everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I don't even know what day it is today. So we got some action, guys. I don't know if you guys realize I don't really do release videos when the figures come out. They're usually 99.9% the same as the prototype, so I don't really go over them ever. But we don't have anything else to talk about, so I figured let's go over some releases, and we got a few. Also, guys, we have some drama, okay? We got some drama. We got stuff going on that I told you guys about already multiple times about companies in this community. And tonight, again, as always, I told you so. Here's going to be more proof of what I've always said. So if you don't like it, this is not for you. If you don't like truth, this is not for you. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Also, you guys know that this is a stream where I respect all humans, but tonight's language is going to be
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
So you've been warned, guys, because it's going to get disrespectful as usual when I'm right, as usual when I am correct, when I godly around this community, okay? When I godliness around this community. I know the hate watchers hate it. They can't stand it. It is what it is. Deal with it or go to bed. So let's see who's in the house tonight, guys, so we could get started. Like I said, we got a few releases, which is nice. We're also going to get into Mondo, right? Today is the first day to pre-order the Mondo Donatello. Also, real quickly, after 3 months of being paid off, I don't know if you guys artisan, but I artisan. And so it's a very exciting day for me as well. And what else? There was something else I was going to say. Yeah, and then regarding Mondo and Funko Pop, some drama going on, which, again, I'm not going to buy anything Mondo, so I'm good. But the garlics out there, they better strap it on because it could get funky for you guys. So we're going to wait for a few of you guys to come in before we get started. There's only 10 of you guys. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see who's in here already. We got Michael in the house. Welcome, Mike.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Well, we got Lou.
Hello.
What up, my master phone positive? 112. Jazzing Batwing collectors. It's unbelievable. Bow.
How you doing?
He says, here for the drama of Miss Worm Girl. Oh my God. We got Nefty in the house. Welcome.
I'm doing.
Welcome. What's going on, everyone? Fabs, the greatest person in the community, and Italy, he's called El Grande, which means the great one. Imagine. Unbelievable. Wayne, how are you, my friend? Welcome. I feel like I haven't seen you, Wayne. Where have you been?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
92 is greater than 89. Absolutely. Chris, welcome. On time, twice in a row. Who's paying you? Who's paying you for this?
Hello.
Welcome. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, please. There's 11 of you guys in here. So, yeah, guys, like I said, it's going to get funky. It's going to be another one of those I told you so streams, right? You guys are going to see why they know me as the toxic collector in this community, only because I'm right. Okay, so if you think I'm toxic because I'm always right, that's your problem, but I'm always going to be right. So get used to it or go to bed. I always support Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wrong. I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. CSI, welcome, my friend. Nice to see ya. Where have you been?
Hello.
Guys, please hit the like button. There's 14 of you guys in here. We should already be at 14 likes already. Don't be weird tonight because it's going to be a good one. You guys, I know you guys love the good ones, okay? You guys know that, again, I'm going to repeat it. You guys know I respect all humans. But language tonight is going to be very wrong, okay? Very, very wrong. Every time I'm right, language is going to be very wrong. Every time I get excited because the passion oozes out of me, the language gets very wrong. Also, every time my language gets wrong,
Hasselhoff walks into a bar.
so get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. No more super. Oh no! Oh no!
Have you ever heard of a psyop?
Yikes.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, you know I did. You know I did. That was the first thing I did tonight because I respect all humans, but the language is going to be very wrong. So yeah, guys, it's going to get really exciting. Again, I'm going to expose the retards in this community as usual because these people are retarded, full-blown brain damage retardation. Okay? But remember, I'm the toxic one. It's okay. I'm good. I'll take it all day long. But you guys are retarded. Okay? And we're going to get to why as usual. Remember, I already told you guys this already. And I was looked at as language is wrong. Just wait. It's going to get funky. Let's wait for a few more of you guys in. There's only 13 of you guys. How many likes am I up to, Bob, if you don't mind telling me? So I could kind of get the feel of what kind of stream this is going to be. If we got roaches in the house or if we got our people in the house. 12. Oh, we got our people tonight. Look at that. There's one missing. There's one missing. Guys, there's 14 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. There's one missing. Thank you, Chris. See, you do support. You do support.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
Oh, see, 12. No, it's 14. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, Chris, even with the wrong information. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, guys. So let's see who else comes in and then we'll start right away. Guys, don't actually tell him the real. What is it? 2? Oh man. Unbelievable. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see ya. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Definitely 2. Definitely 2. 14. Thank you, Chris. All right, guys. It looks like we're gonna get started then, since we're already up there with the likes. So, we got the Frank Miller Batman: The Dark Knight Returns figure. For those who watch me on a regular basis, I don't know if you guys remember what I said about this figure when it was announced that it was coming out. To me, this has been one of Hot Toys' most underwhelming figures, most basic figures, most boring figures. Again, I understand the meaning of the figure. I understand if you're a Frank Miller fan, I get it. If you like this look, I get it. If you like the comic, I get it, right? So it's more about the meaning of the figure than the actual figure itself. Again, to me, if you want to go balls deep in this, God bless you. Has nothing to do with what I'm saying. So, as a whole, again, as a figure, we're not talking about the meaning of the figure. I understand why people are obsessed with this, right? Again, if you're a fan of Frank Miller, I get it. As a figure, though, right? Not much to the figure whatsoever. Very, very plain, stretchy suit, right? The big, muscular, bulky, fat body. That weird, very, very round head. Even the materials, right? Nothing really fancy. It's a wired cape. Nothing really fancy about it. Nothing really intricate about it. As you can see, the head sculpt looks very good, right? The likeness, the detail on it, right? Again, has nothing to do with likeness or anything. It's just as a whole, the figure to me is not, Hot Toys. Every single Hot Toys figure out there to me has been way better than this. That's why I didn't pre-order the figure. I didn't pre-order the figures. I'm like, oh, if I get it, cool. If I don't, cool. I would not be crying that I missed out on this Batman. Again, it's not something appealing to me. It's not something that I need, or my collection will be, weird without, right? The only issue with this is that with DC lately, remember, this is comic book, so this is a completely different thing, right? It's not an MMS DC. But DC lately has been a problem, right? It has been an issue. It has been selling out, and it's been difficult to find. Tuli, my friend, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Guys, please hit the like button. There's 17 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. We were already at 14 likes and 14 watching. So if you just came in, join the trend and don't be a garlic cockroach. So accessories, same thing, right? Very, very simple. Sniper rifle, right? You could detach the scope, you could detach the magazine, you get the little string, right? The little strap. Nothing fancy about any of that. The utility belt, sculpted plastic. Again, nothing fancy about that. So that's why it's a very underwhelming figure for me. Nothing crazy about it, nothing really exciting about it. Even the suit, if you pay attention to the suit, specifically around the arms, it doesn't really even look nicely tailored, right? It's got a little bit too much slack for me, right? If it's a stretchy material, they shouldn't have left so much slack for it, because what's the point? So even aesthetically, it's not even that great. Again, to me, I know people love this. I know people love Frank Miller. I get it. But very, very, very underwhelming for me. Very basic. Like I said, if I get it, cool. If I don't, cool. Nefty said he's going to be looking for one. I told him, get me one, but I'm still waiting for the weapons rack for about, I think, 6 months now. But I know he's working hard on it, so we'll see. But nothing that I'm like, oh man, I need this in my. Again, where would I put this? Right? Where would I go? Where would this go for me? I would have to put it with the Batman stuff, which again doesn't belong, because everything Batman that I have is MMS. So that's the problem, So where would this go? I don't even know. I don't even know where I would put this. So that's another reason why I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Again, nothing intricate, nothing fancy, nothing mind-blowing about this. Even the base, right? The base was that base that we got for that Mark 7, that celebration, that D100 Mark 7, that Mark 1 diecast Mark 1, the one that, the last one we got. So everything has been reused. As you can see, the blogger pictures, though, like, this is very cool. Like, this makes you like want to get the figure, because you're like, oh, look at that. That looks badass, which it does. But again, having this in hand, very, very boring. Guys, please hit the like button. There's 25 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Carla Hoyer, my friend, welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome. So, like I said, here's another accessory, right? A string with a batarang attached to it. What makes, again, the pictures, the blogger pictures are the backgrounds, at least. The backgrounds are what makes the figure even better than what it looks like without anything, right? Very, very plain. Look at the detail on the batarangs. Very decent. Again, is that going to make me buy the figure? Absolutely not. But see, like, this is cool, right? That looks really, really nice. Nothing crazy. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is incredible. No, the body is supposed to be like a rubbery body, right? Like a puffy body. Again, nothing crazy, nothing too exciting. Like, this is nice. See, the backgrounds was making the figure look more appealing, more exciting, more badass. See, like, look at that. This will make anybody who's a Batman fan go, oh my God, I need this in my collection. Something like this, right? A shot like this. But overall, not for me. See, very plain, very even like, look at the joints. Look at the knee joints. Right? It's not even like a nice looking body under the very, very plain cloth material, right? Remember, it's stretchy material. Also, the boots, apparently they're very articulated, right? They're seamless articulated boots. So, which again, that's very nice as well. But is that going to make me buy the figure because the boots are seamless and articulated? Absolutely not. The cape also, as you can see, it's got the bat wing print, which is, again, something different. I'm okay. You know what I mean? So again, very basic, not much stuff to it. The figure doesn't really do much anyway. So that's why I didn't even, bother jumping on it. But again, if I get it, cool. If I don't, I will not cry. This will not be. The mouth plates, really cool. The teeth look incredible, as you can see. Even the texture of the gloves, right? The gauntlets, very cheap looking, right? Nothing that's like, oh, that looks really no, just very, very, very cheap. Again, it's a comic book version figure. So remember, I tell you guys, VGM and comic looks like it's slightly cheaper too. Again, obviously depending on the figure. But look at this. Just very blah, very boring. Look at the base at the bottom. See, this base we've gotten plenty already. Like I said, Iron Man Mark 1. We've gotten it with the Mark 7. That D100 Mark 7. So that's why I didn't jump on this. Who's not getting this figure? Somebody in the chat tell me if you're getting this figure. If you're not getting this figure, let me know how you feel about this figure. Chris says, I need this. Heroes and villains, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. That's not my that's exactly what I said. Literally exactly what I said. I said, this is not my Batman. I said, absolutely not my Batman. That's what I said. I could live without it. This, I will not. I didn't grow up with the comics. I didn't grow up with Frank Miller. So this is why I don't have any attachment to this. And not that I need attachment to any of the figures I buy anyway. But again, overall, as a figure, it is not anything exciting about it whatsoever. You don't have any, any shoulder pads, right? And again, not that Batman's supposed to. I'm just saying, as a figure, a very, very plain cloth. They didn't even make it battle damage. They didn't really make it, dirty. At least from the pictures, I don't really see much dirt on it. So again, very, very blah overall as a figure. See, you got the wide cape. Just very, very blah as a figure. Very, very blah as a figure. So again, if Nefty wants to get me one, I'll take it. Most likely he won't. I'm still waiting for the weapons rack, but Nefty's graduating, so it's perfectly okay. Let's see who else is in. I'm a huge Batman fan, but like you, it's just, again, nice figure, nice body, but where am I putting this thing? And again, this is not exciting to me whatsoever, not even a little bit. Like I said, I didn't grow up on the comic. I didn't grow up with Frank Miller, so Damn, and I was going to send you my oh my God.
I don't think so.
Wrong.
How dare you?
The lies. Ash, my friend, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Nice to see you. Welcome. So again, now in this picture, a little bit of lighting, right? Maybe it looks a little bit more dirty on the chest, right? The armpits, a little bit more dirt. But again, is that really going to be, a drastic change to the actual figure? No, it's just, the cloth. So now, and the price of this figure for what this is, we're paying for the what do you call it? We're paying for that body. That's what we're paying for. Because everything else, you're gonna tell me the cloth is $100. You're gonna tell me that cape is $100. Hot Toys don't even make great capes to begin with. So nothing about this figure is worth what they're charging, besides the popularity of Frank Miller and the comic book, and that's why people love this thing. Do I think they're gonna make more? Anything is game with the comic book line. Like I told you guys, once they started making Agent Venom, which came out of left field, who expected that? Once they started making, what was the other figure that came out with comic? There was something else that was like, oh, I told you guys they were going to make, the Batman Who Laughs. Also that new Joker that's also comic as well with the camera, right? Stuff like that. All comic. See, a little bit articulation on the torso, on the legs. Again, is this exciting? Not to me. Again, very boring. Doesn't even have a piece of metal, no metal anything on it, right? Nothing that is worth the money. Again, to me, I'm not saying don't go spend your money. I'm not telling you don't go buy what you want. I'm talking about me. See, again, just very the face plates are the most exciting, the cooler things about the whole figure. Even the whole face, right? It's just very blah. No rolling eyes, right? Very blah. So, see, again, that grinning faceplate, really, really cool. But it is very, very okay as a figure. Look, even the pants, like I said, the tailoring, right? So you get a little bit of thigh muscle, right? But then look how it goes from very, very thick here to like super, super thin. And then you get all this extra slack here, which doesn't even look, again, doesn't look fancy at all. Doesn't look properly tailored. So nothing about any of this is, saying, oh, you need to have me. And then hopefully, like I said, I don't think so, because again, the popularity of the comic. Maybe we'll see them, in the groups. Maybe we'll see them in the bargain bin on Sideshow, but again, I doubt it. DC stuff, again, this is different. This is on MMS, but DC stuff has been, disappearing. So, like I said, if somebody wants to get me one, cool. If not, you're not my friend. Even the gauntlets, look how cheap this looks. The material, look at that. It's got some texture to it, but very, very cheap. Very, very plain looking. So I'm good. I am good. Here's the base. Right? That Mark 1 base that I mentioned. So again, very, very decent figure. But not for me. Not for me at all. Who's not getting this? Somebody tell me who's not getting this. Who's getting this? Who is waiting for it? Who got it already? Let me know in the chat, please. Because I want to know. I want to gauge this figure with you guys here. Faz, I'll get it for you. That's I'm saying. I hope so. I hope so. I could get it in the bargain bin if I even decide to. Like I said, it doesn't belong anywhere. So if I get it, it has to be for like $150, because that's literally what this is worth. There's nothing about this figure that should be more than $150. Again, besides that bulky body, besides that really nice body, because remember, it's a custom body. It's a custom body from Hot Toys. That's it. Everything else about it is cheap cloth, very, very, cheap plastics that they use. So that's why I'll be perfectly okay with that. So $150 for this is more than enough. Obviously, I'm talking about all in. I'm not talking about plus shipping, plus tax, and plus tariff. No, I'm talking about 150 shipped, everything included, because there's no, this is not worth that. This is not worth any of that. So where's that? Where's that? It was you, Bob. Unbelievable, Ash. So now, guys, we're gonna get to the next release, which again, like I said, I don't get into releases, but there's not much going on. So we got this Mark 42 2.0. This thing, guys, is a beauty. I saw it already going for like $600-700. I forget where I saw. I want to say eBay, maybe. This thing is gonna be, again, it's a marvel. Iron Man lately, though, you haven't been finding them in the bargain bin like you used to before. Obviously, depending on what they are. This, I can guarantee you, this is going to be a while. If it even comes down, it's going to be a while because this thing is super hot. The figure is incredible. Everything about it is incredible. The fact that you get a clean version, and the clean version's even scuffed up, is it's not clean like the original 1.0. So everything about the figure is amazing. The new attachment of the arm, I don't know if you guys saw, it's like a plastic insert that's in here. It's not a ball and socket joint anymore, which I don't know how that's going to affect the articulation. I'm assuming it's not, because somebody would have complained about it already. Bob pointed out seamless arms right here, so as you can see the elbow, there's no actual joint, which is obviously smart, because you don't want to see a joint, even though it's kind of covered. You don't want to see, again, at this point in the game, we should not be getting any more joints like that Batman, like the Batman we just went over, those knees. We should not be getting those things like that. Again, at that price also, absolutely not. But beautiful, beautiful figure. The head sculpt, Tony's head sculpt, look at that. One of the best head sculpts so far. Besides, what was the other one that was really good? Mark II. Mark II was very good. Like, very, very good. Mark III was okay. Mark III 2.0 was okay, but the Mark II, I think, is my favorite one out of all of them. The Mark IV is okay. And obviously the Mark V too. But again, look at all the scuffing, the battle damaging, the bullet holes, right? All the pieces that are burnt off, ripped off, cut off. Look at that. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. This is how I'm going to display mine. Head sculpt on, arm exposed like this, because remember that the original two, or the original one, I have two, that's why I said two. The original one came clean version, very clean version. Then it was battle damage, everything, but not this arm. This arm was not included at all. And there wasn't even a foot head sculpt. It was a faceplate. So it was the helmet with the faceplate inside the helmet. So it wasn't even a foot head sculpt. Now remember, we're getting rolling eyes with this. So the whole figure as the figure as a whole is 100% new from top to bottom. Obviously, it's going to be slightly bigger than the original ones for those who saw the pictures already, which they should. Like I told you, every 2.0 with rolling eyes has to be bigger than the originals because of the rolling eyes. You're never going to get a rolling eye head sculpt with the original size body, because it's going to look retarded like this community. So again, even the helmet, right? You get a clean one and you get the battle damage one. Look at the scratches on it, the scarring on it, the scuffing on it. Just beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful everything about this figure. As you can see, also USB powered. So the articulation for the figure is going to be even better than anything else so far. So great. See, here's the clean look to it. As you can see, it's all beat up. Still being the clean version, it's still all beat up. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful masterpiece by the King. Usual, as usual. Do you guys know what InArt is doing?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
We got to mention the King every so often. Remind the community of Kings that the King is slacking a little bit. Also, another new thing: the missiles right? You have to slide them in. Before it was the magnetic piece, you just placed it on, magnetized to the forearm with the missile already attached to it. Now you could actually attach the missile yourself, which is again something very different, very new, very cool. But this is the look right here. You can't go wrong. And obviously, if you don't have one already, then it's going to be tough trying to figure out, all right, how do I display it? Because every look looks great. But me having, like I said, I already have two. I have one displayed as a clean, one displayed. The clean one has Pepper Potts head sculpt on it with the helmet on. The battle damage has Tony's head sculpt on, because remember, his head sculpt was all battle damaged. So just this is a completely different new look. So that's why this is going to be it. Also with the batteries, as you can see, my 42 quarter scale, I believe I have two of those. Has the batteries attached like this. So very, very different for the 1.6. First time we get the battery for the 1.6, I believe. I don't remember the original one having the batteries. It could have, but I don't think so. I know the quarter scale did, though. Again, look at the posing. Like I said, now with the USB. And you get the port for that little rocket thing, the little bomb rocket thing that comes out of his back, which is one of the accessories. Really, really nice. Again, articulation's awesome. The USB helps a lot with the articulation, because remember, now you don't have wires running through the body, where it could, and it was limiting articulation on these figures. But another thing, the blue lights all around the figure. That blue is such a sexy blue. It is insane. So the figure is a 10 all day long, and I didn't even get it yet. But I'm going to tell you, it's a 10 all day long. Look at that. This is, I believe, the special edition or the deluxe. So something different that came with this. So this is the open helmet without the head sculpt, right? This is when he was able to control it wirelessly through his, the things that he inserted into his body. So very cool. We never had a mask like this before. I believe we got this mask with the Mark 6. The Mark 6, I believe, came with this type of helmet, right? Open, all sides were open, and then he has the faceplate in his hand. At least that's how I displayed it. So most likely they reused that, that plastic, and just repainted it for the new figure. Again, here's a second head sculpt, right? Completely different than the one we just showed you, right? Two different looks of the open helmet. But again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at all the flaps open. Look at all the flaps and the calves open. I believe, again, the quarter scale does a lot of that stuff too. But it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Here's the clean version, which, again, very scuffed up. Really nice. The back, see, again, the background with these blogger pictures make the figures look that much better. For those who don't know, there's a Tony Stark that came with this whole bench, right? With I forget which version it was. It's Tony Stark. It wasn't Mech Test. It was something. It wasn't the mechanic. It was something Tony Stark something. I forget what it was called, but again, he came with this whole cart and a bunch of tools and all, and the diagrams and all that stuff. So that's what they're using for this, which, again, very smart use of it. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very nice figure, guys. Anybody not getting this figure? Anybody getting this figure? Anybody excited for this figure? Let me know in the chat real quickly, please. I'd pay $1.50 for this tops. Disrespectful. And I respect all humans, and I think the language is wrong. Christmas looks amazing. Can't wait to get this Mark food. Oh, you're getting it good. Good. As I will wait for Doom. Yeah, my Doom is shipping, I think, in a couple weeks. I cannot wait. I just purchased at the comic book store for Steel Barber Stan Lee. For Thor 100 astronauts and 150 brand new balls. I never thought. Absolutely. That's the problem. That's why I say to you guys all the time. Marvel is holding zero value. It doesn't matter what it is. Which is a shame, but it's been like that for years. But remember, guys, I'm sitting on gold. My entire collection is gold. The figures are losing value, but I'm sitting on gold. I respect all humans. I got the deluxe version with the empty helmet edition. Yeah, that's what I figured. I thought that was the special edition. Yeah, that's the one to get. That's the one to get. Guys, it's 30 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be getting this figure, this beautiful. No, this thing is gonna be epic. And here's what's to come. So remember Superior Iron Man already USB. This is another USB. There's gonna be, okay, and this is, I'm telling you guys, I don't know how soon, right? I don't know how soon because we just finished the 1 through 7 line, right? The Mark 7 has been out forever. The Mark 6 just came out. The Mark 3 just came out. The Mark 4 has been out forever. The Mark 4, I believe, was the very first one with the die-cast gantry. Then the Mark 7, right? And then, then everything else. Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 4. Not Mark 4, Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 1. So, again, very, very recent. Hot Toys, okay? Hot Toys will remake every single 1 through 7 Mark. Remember where you heard it first. They have to update all the bodies for the USB plugs, and obviously every single figure has to come with something new, something updated, something different to again make it appealing for the people to buy. A lot of people in this community say, "Oh, I don't need it. I got the original one." It's still the best. Your old figure is not better than the new figure. It'll never be. You can like it better. It will not be better. That's the whole point of an update, to make it better, to tweak things that maybe were not 100% like they wanted them to be with the original release. But guess what? They had no other choice but to give us the figure that way. Now, with all these updates, and again, the USB stuff, making the articulation that much better, you know that it's gonna happen. So for those who like to sell their figures right before or right when the announcements come out, I'm telling you right now, giving you a head start. 1 through 7 line is completely done already. Start selling it. Again, I don't know how long you're going to wait, but so you don't look like a tool, because I don't know if you guys pay attention. Anytime there's a figure announced and then you got the tools up for sale, my 1.0, what's happening in the groups now is people just laugh at these people because it's such a joke. It's such a joke. So again, I'm telling you guys now, you want to start selling so you don't look like a joke in the community. Start selling them now. Again, if you're that type of person, if you're that type of collector, right? Remember, I respect all humans. My language is wrong right now. But I'm telling you guys ahead of time because it's gonna happen. Again, it could be 2 years from now, it could be 3 years from now, but we are getting 1 through 7 with USB. It is inevitable. Okay. 22 guys, please hit the like button. There's 29 of you guys in here. Thank you, Chris. Keep track of the likes for me, please. It looks like we got some roaching going on. We got some roaching. We'll wait for it to go to sell Mark 43, 150. Right. And that's another one. So remember that they already teased the Hulkbuster with USB plugs. Okay, with the USB port. What does that mean? You're not going to get a Hulkbuster plugged in with USB without the Mark 43 to go in it or to go beside it or to get as a figure. They're all going to get made with USB. So do not sleep on that because they're coming USB. Now, after USB, I don't know what comes next. I don't know what happens after. But as of right now, USB is what's coming. We got a super chat from Ash. He said Blade Bump. Oh, Ash.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Ash. What did I tell you? Yeah, this for you.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
Coming soon, Ash. Coming very soon. Okay? I promise, Ash. I promise. I still have to unbox my Dr. Doom, my Mark 5. Your Mark 5? Mark 5 came out like 2 years ago. What do you mean? Haven't unboxed my Mark 2 2.0. Waste. This is what happens when you don't collect, guys. You don't ever have time to open your figures. You never have time to open your figures. Meanwhile, you don't really collect. I buy to collect, not to sell. I'm just saying, a lot of people in this community, you guys see it in the groups. I'm not lying. I'm not making that up. The moment a figure's up for sale, my 1 point, like, relax. Trade will. Faz, you're right. They did tease the Hulkbuster 2 years. No, absolutely. So if they're making the Hulkbuster, with the USB, they're not going to make 43. And if they make 43, they're not going to make 47. And they're not going to make one. You know what I mean? Fractal. I don't even remember if Fractal was USB. I think it was Fractal. Somebody tell me Fractal's USB. Because everything at this point should be all USB. We should not be getting regular Iron Man figures anymore that aren't USB. Actually, no. Fractal wasn't USB. Fractal was battery. So I just remember that it wasn't, because I remember I was like, I'm not putting the batteries in this thing. So Fractal was, battery. And so very weird situation, right? Why are we getting, Iron Man without the USB? But it tells you what? They're simpler figures to make. They're not really going too deep with those figures, right? Maybe the bodies are cheaper. Maybe they're reusing things with just molding the new armor on it, right? Maybe they're reusing the original, the new diecast bodies, right? The undersuits, to then just print out new molds and just put them on, and here's another $500. So that's most likely what's happening. But with the main figures, everything has to be USB. Fabs, I think they do USB after Avengers Doomsday Secret Wars, because we're going to release so many. No, again, anything MMS has to be, even though the Superior Iron Man is not MMS, right? That's a comic book, I believe. But again, they have to show off the USB because of the type of suit that it is, right? Remember, it's got lights everywhere throughout the suit, and I guess you could do that. You could pull it off with batteries too. But at this point, at this level of Hot Toys, again, we should not be getting batteries. Everything should be USB. You think we'll get an Iron Man 3 Iron Patriot 2.0? If there is any diecast figure that deserves an upgrade, is that one. Well, here's the thing, right? The most important War Machine has always been the Mark 1 from Iron Man 2. That's always been the most badass. I'm not saying that's the only one, but to me, that has been the most badass War Machine, right? The weight, and especially when he became diecast, the weight. And remember, I had you pick them both up. Remember, I had you feel the plastic and I had you feel the diecast. So the size, right? The paint on it, the design of that mark, right? That War Machine mark. So that is 100% going to get made in diecast, in USB. 100%. Again, when? Who the hell knows? But that's coming USB. Besides that, right? The Iron Man 3, Iron Patriot, which was one of the very first diecast figures in general, I don't think that if they, I mean, anything's possible. Like I always tell you guys, you know, Hot Toys could do anything. It's not that they can't do it. It's just if it makes sense for them to do it. If they're gonna go deep with Iron Man 3, which again I doubt, it will make sense that they make that War Machine from that movie. Because remember, that was the only War Machine from that movie. There was the gray suit, I believe. Let me see if it's there. Yeah, so there was the regular gray one from, I believe, the beginning of the movie. And then there was, you know, that they repainted that gray one, that gunmetal one, with the Iron Patriot colors. So, if anything, what will happen is they'll make the original one, which is going to be exactly the same body as the Iron Patriot, because that's exactly what it was for the original figures. And then they're going to do, you know, obviously just repaint it, and then here's the Iron Patriot. But again, that's if they're going that deep. The moment we see one Iron Patriot for Iron Man 3, you know the other one's coming. It is inevitable. You know they're going to repaint it just like they just did Fractal and Sub-Zero. And remember, we're not done with this Fractal stuff. We're absolutely not. We're getting at least one more, which is going to be the stealth version, and that's going to be the most badass looking one because of the see-through panels on it. That thing is going to be beautiful. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't. If they're going to make a War Machine, like I said, USB, at this point, it can't be the Mark 1. It cannot be the Mark 1, because then that means here comes everything from 1 through 7. And again, it's too soon for that. Way too soon for that. So it can't be that. If anything, it's going to be a War Machine from anything else. It could be from Infinity War, because we got a War Machine there. It could be from not Infinity War, Civil War, because we got a War Machine there. Infinity War, we got the Iron Patriot, the metallic one, right? The metal one. For Endgame, we got the Iron Patriot and the regular metallic one. So there are way more movies to get to with a War Machine besides Iron Man 2. But again, Hot Toys could show it tomorrow and say, here it is, pre-order. So that's the thing. But to me, it would make sense for them to get into any other movie to make it USB before they get into the Mark. Because again, they do the Mark 1. That means that all the other stuff, 1 through 7, is right around the corner, meaning up for pre-order. But again, it's way too soon for that. Way, way, way too soon. Gerardo, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Fractal. Yeah, no, I just remembered. I remember making the video and I was like, I'm not putting these batteries in. I just remembered. Yep. I just purchased Mark 5 diecast right now. Oh my God. You're killing it. You're killing it with those prices. Petrosum, welcome.
I'm doing.
Fabs, do you think USB will retain the Mark III figure fitting inside gimmick? Or will no? I think that's one of the selling points of these Hulkbusters, right? You get the little, mini piece that just to show off like the in the front, but having the ability to fit the entire figure in there is a flex for Hot Toys. That somebody's got. I mean, I don't know who's doing that. Waste an entire diecast figure to go inside another figure. I think that's kind of dumb. I never did that. I would never do that. Not only that, but you risk, remember that they give you these like sleeves for the legs to put the figure in there. Like, nah, absolutely not. The only thing I see happening though is them making the cockpit slightly bigger for you to just literally slide the figure right in with ease and not have to struggle trying to put it in or ruin the figure or scratch the figure or break something inside trying to shove it in. But they should always be able to do that because again, that's one of the selling points of the Hulkbuster. And not only that, but if you're doing USB Hulkbuster, again, it's not, it could be just everything reused, but it has to be updated to a certain extent. You know, something's got to get updated. So they have to add new features. Like, for example, when they did the original one, then they did the 2.0, which was the same thing. They just wanted to add the jackhammer arm. It was literally the same exact thing with the arm. And remember, you didn't even have to buy the second one to swap out the jackhammer arm. You could use the 1.0 to do that with. So are they going to update anything? They should. And you're definitely going to get a new edition of something, right? Remember, one came with Veronica, right? So something's got to change. Something's got to change 100%. Let's see. Hustles, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. 24 and 32 watching. Guys, please hit the like button if you haven't yet. Don't be weird. Do not be weird. Albert, welcome. You made it.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
I think they'll make a new Mark 45, 50, maybe 85. See, the thing with that stuff is, you know, that, like I said, all those 85s and the 50s, they're still sitting. You can still get these figures in the bargain bin, like for nothing, right? So how soon is that going to happen? Not for a while, you know, not for a while. So again, doesn't mean they're not making them, but they're still sitting. So it wouldn't make sense for them to give us another one right now when those are still sitting. That would be the dumbest thing they could do, you know. Doomsday for Hot Toys is going to be crazy. No, we're going to get a ton of figures. A ton of figures. Doomsday Secret Award figures are going to break the wallets. There's going to be a ton. There's going to be just like Endgame. It's going to be just like Infinity War. It's going to be just like Civil War, right? These big blockbuster movies, you're going to get a ton of figures. So if you guys need any of those figures, make sure that you wait in the groups and start buying them for nothing because, you know, people, I just mentioned, people are going to start selling them because the new ones are all coming. Oh, I forgot. Even a 2.0 Mark 46. Yeah, again, eventually they're going to make a whole bunch of them. So I don't know. Big Rib, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
What's up, Fez? Another Iron Man. It'll never end, ever. They make too much money with Iron Man for them to like just stop ever making them. So no. Sideshow gonna have battle damage. Jones, exactly. They're safe. Mark 50s, Mark 85 battle damage. They're sitting because again they made so many. So that wouldn't make sense right now. I'm not saying they never will. I'm not saying that. And we also got to pay attention to the pattern of what they're making USB regarding what movie and why. So, for example, this 42, the original 42 was not the greatest figure in the sense of it was faulty. A lot of things was happening with that figure. I think one of the things was the arm was coming out of the socket very easily. So it was a I'm not gonna say damaged, but it was a faulty figure, right? It wasn't perfect. I think the suit wasn't perfect either. There was a lot of things that could have been done differently for that figure, so it needed the update. And this is exactly what we needed, right? So if you have them side by side, you're gonna notice they look, you know, slightly, similar, but you can see the differences. So it needed it very, very badly. Avengers was in the trailer 1 month away. 25 likes, 28 watching. Guys, please hit the like button. There's 4 of you guys here not hitting the like button because you guys smell funny. So again, look at this. The base, nothing exciting about the base. But as you can see, the articulation is great. So here are the little bomb in the back, right? This is it open. This is it closed off. Mark 42 panel, and this is the special edition helmet that it comes with. Here are the flaps on the calves, the back of the hamstring, the thighs. Again, these lights are very, very nice. And now with the USB, you could actually appreciate the whole thing without having to open panels and use screwdrivers, and which that's a reason why I don't usually put batteries in my Iron Man figures, because it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be lighting it up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Some of them, though, I know they're going to look cool with the lights on, so that's why I do it. But most of them, I'm just like, I'm good. Again, nobody's going to look at my collection but me. I don't need to go through all that. Even for the videos, the fractal video, I didn't bother putting the batteries in. I am good. I don't need batteries. And you guys want to see batteries? Every single other video on YouTube has the batteries in, so that's why I don't bother. But yeah, beautiful. The armor, the paint application on it, everything about the figure. Again, look at the articulation. Very, very good. Look at that pose. For those who don't know, the first Mark III diecast figure came with a specific twisted torso to be able to pull this off, because everybody before that one would try to get that pose. You couldn't. No matter what you did, you couldn't. So they gave us a specific twisted torso for it, and that's the only way to get that pose. So the Stealth Mark III came with that torso, and the regular Mark III also, I believe, came with that torso to get this pose. Now, as you can see, you don't need a specific torso. The actual figure does it itself, which again goes to show you how far Hot Toys has become with the updates, with the innovation, with all the things, again, with the diecast stuff. What is Inner doing?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
I just gotta remind you guys about the King, because you guys forget about the King. We wish the King well. I hope they're busy with their 112 Morphig. But beautiful. Anybody not getting this, tell me in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Roman helmet, welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Big Rip says, 6-7 from MCU figures. I'm more of a DC Star Wars guy. Some say with lucky. Because if you were a fan of that stuff, I'm already sweating. Okay? We're not even anywhere near close. I'm already sweating because I know it's going to be crazy. And the problem with that is all these figures, or 99% of these figures, are going to be all updated. So everything's going to have rolling eyes. If it's an Iron Man or anything that requires lighting, it's going to be USB. Has to be USB, right? Again, depending on the character, because they're not just going to make everything USB for everything. They're not, right? For example, I'm going to give you an example. Look at Thor: Love and Thunder, right? That movie came out with the Thor figure, Mighty Thor, which was I forget her name, Padme, Valkyrie, King Valkyrie, and Gore, right? So 4 figures out of that line. Gore has rolling eyes. Mighty Thor has rolling eyes. Valkyrie does not have rolling eyes. And I believe Thor also has rolling eyes. So the point is, they're not giving everything rolling eyes. Even if the entire line has rolling eyes, not every figure is going to have rolling eyes. So that's what I mean. So I expect for a blockbuster film like Doomsday that everything's going to have rolling eyes. But depending on the character, like I just mentioned, Valkyrie didn't, and she's a great figure, right? They're not going to give us everything for everything. But most of it has to have the updates. This is a great job on this. Absolutely. This thing is one of the best figures. Probably, top 10 figures of the year, maybe even top 5. Top 5 figures of the year, I can tell you that. Bradley Cooper, the toxic negativity. Always negative, always toxic. 28, like, thank you guys for hitting the like button. There's 2 more of you guys that need to hit the like button. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. I need to get it. Hopefully, waitlist converts. Inner is giving us nice boxes. I'm telling you guys. I'm just reminding you guys about the king. I know you guys forget about the king of this community, but you know, Hot Toys is Hot Toys garbage. You guys know this is all trash. Nobody likes this garbage. But we're waiting for, you know, King Inner to give us the new gold of this community. Fast, I'm more of a wait. I'm gonna destroy your feelings on Jazz Inc. again, my friend. Buckle up, strap it on, in the words of Luch. Still pissed with Disney destroying Thanos. Valkyrie really needed those rolling eyes during. Yeah, so again, great head sculpt, great figure, everything about it, the detail, the braids, everything, the body. But you're gonna, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna make 3 out of the 4 figures of the line with rolling eyes? You know, like that's what I'm saying. You can never pinpoint what Hot Toys is gonna do, why they do what they do. That doesn't make any sense to me. If I'm making 4 figures out of one line, why would I make one of them without the rolling eyes when 3 of them have it? Like, it doesn't make sense. Again, why did they do it? Who the hell knows? It was cheaper. It was quicker. They wanted to get it out. They felt that, you know what? Like a lot of people say in this community, Hot Toys is racist. So, you know, they make black people all the time, but Hot Toys is racist. So maybe the racism kicked in and they said, you know what? She doesn't need rolling eyes. You know, so it is what it is. Jane Foster. No, not her real name. Not her character name. I always forget her name. Oh my god. Yeah, I always forget her name. Toxic. Hey, Brad. Don't you ever forget I respect all humans, okay? If you're toxic, the language is wrong, but I respect all humans. Real companies use foam. Fabs, you baby onto something. Look what they did with Mace Windu. People say, again, I've never noticed it, because if they were racist, they wouldn't bother with these black characters. They've been making black characters. Nick Fury. They've been making, who else did they make? Let me see. Valkyrie, Nick Fury a couple times. Who else was a dark skinned character? Oh, from The Force Awakens. What's his name? They made 2 of him, 2 versions of him. I forget the guy's name. They made Moff Gideon twice, right? One has the rolling eyes, one doesn't. Like the 1.0 doesn't, the 2.0 does. So, you know, again, where people get the Hot Toys is racist, who the hell knows? But I'm just bringing that up because it's something that the retards in this community really believe. And so, again, I respect all humans. My language could be wrong. Natalie Portman, thank you, CSI. Yeah, I never forget her. I never remember her name. I always forget her name. Bradley didn't give him the helicopter. Blade, thank you. Blade. Again, they've been making them for years. So again, for somebody to say that a toy company is racist while they're making black characters, again, retardation in the community. Retardation in the community. Mitchell, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
I need a Dutch Aliens Ripley T-800 police shootout, Terminator, and Hoss Luke, and a Tauntaun from Hot Toys. Well, Dutch, it sounds like it's a huge possibility with the 2.0 jungle. Ripley is coming with the power loader, most likely diecast, guaranteed. It was teased years ago. It was only a matter of time. That body is going to be seamless silicone, most likely, like the Harley Quinn. Because remember, the old one, it's like a really crappy plastic body. You can see every single joint on it. So most likely seamless arms. If not a full silicone, then definitely seamless. That power loader has to be somewhat die cast. It can't be plastic at this level when we got a whole gantry for the Mark IV in die cast already. So, and we got it twice, right? We got the Neon Tech that was die cast, and then we got the original Mark IV also that was die cast. So, has to be die cast. Has to be die cast, or at least really good quality plastic that you don't feel that it's like, oh, this feels cheap, like the original gantry. If you guys know what the original gantry feels like, that's what I mean. It can't be that. It cannot be that. Guys, there's 31 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Jar Jar's coming. Oh, wait, let me see what else. T800, please shoot out Terminator. I mean, I still think that they're going to make Terminator 1 figures. But again, who knows? They have to be updated with the rolling eyes as well. And they know they're going to make that money because those figures never sit. And Hoth, Luke, and Tauntaun, yeah, those are coming. Hoth, Luke, Hoth, Han. The Tauntaun, I don't know. But if they could keep it to the size of like the Blurg and the Dewback, absolutely. The problem is how they're going to pull that off, right? The sideshow statues now, it's a very, very tall statue, right? I think the Tauntaun's like this. So that's the thing. How they're going to display, how they're going to design it to be able to, make it. And again, clearly they don't care because that Dewback is humongous. So that's the only thing. Why hasn't Hot Toys tackle seamless silicone 90s to It's the license. You got to understand that some companies don't just give the licenses out to anybody. So they can't get everything. For example, I forget who brought this up to me. There's a new Zelda something coming out. I don't know if it's a video game. I don't know if it's a movie. I think it's a movie, right? So Nintendo, for example, who makes Nintendo anything? When have you ever seen a Nintendo 1/6 scale figure? Mario Brothers. Besides, again, they made one. Since I've been in this community, they've made one third-party Mario, and it was like a weird, creepy-looking Mario. But it was supposed to be Mario, but it wasn't obviously labeled Mario because it would have gotten sued out the ass and it would have been gone. So people don't play with Nintendo. People don't play with Mario products. People don't play with any of that stuff. Why? Number one, they're probably very private about their license and they don't give it to anybody to make their figures when they figure, hey, we can make our own stuff. So that's the problem with that. Not every company likes giving out their figures, their licenses. 3-0 got the movie Turtle licenses, right? For the Ninja Turtle remakes 1 and 2, right? One set was just the Turtles. The second set was the Turtles plus Bebop and Rocksteady. I wish I would have had those two sets. Oh, those Turtles looked incredible. So that's what I mean. I forget there's another company that doesn't like to give their licenses out for people to make toys, but Nintendo, nobody's playing with Nintendo. Nobody tries to go make figures from Nintendo. You know how many people would buy a 1/6 scale Mario, a 1/6 scale Luigi, a 1/6 scale Toad, a 1/6 scale Bowser, a 1/6 scale Peach? People would go crazy. A lot of people in this community played Mario Brothers, whether it was on NES, whether it was on Famicom, whether it was on N64, whether it was on Game Boy, whether it was on any of these systems. We are all aware of who Mario is. We all have an attachment somewhat, right? Obviously, some more than others, to Mario Brothers, right? So as soon as I saw that set, it was a collector's edition, which was just the figure, and then a deluxe set, which was the plant, right? The pot with the plant with the big teeth and so I bought that thing immediately. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for Luigi. Well, that never happened. Why? Most likely because they were afraid of, all right, we got away with this, let's not risk it. But a lot of people, when that figure came out, a lot of people bought that. I haven't really seen it. I saw one person in my group share a picture of it, and he didn't have the pot, he just had the figure. So people love that stuff. Zelda. All you see Zelda is third-party Zeldas. right? I don't remember seeing a license, again, from what I've seen in 1.6. I don't remember seeing a license link, right? It's always been third party, and I think there's two of them, two different versions by third party. Again, I could be wrong. I didn't really pay attention, but I remember seeing a couple of them. So that's what I'm saying. Nintendo doesn't really like doing that. So it depends on the license. So the Turtles, right? The Turtles are Hasbro, I believe. So Hasbro makes their own stuff, right? The Transformers. Hasbro makes their own Transformers, right? For the movies, they have the Takara Tomy versions, and then they have the Hasbro version, the cheap American version, right? Made by who? Hasbro. So if Hasbro owns Ninja Turtles, why would they give a company like Hot Toys the license for them to make better turtles than them? You know what I mean? Mondo is making the turtles. They're very toyish turtles. If Hot Toys were to get into the turtles, they would not be toys turtles. It would be a completely different world of Ninja Turtles. So that's why they don't even really bother with that stuff. You know? 38 and 31. Guys, please hit the like button if you haven't yet. Didn't get the T1 license, so it may be a while. Yeah, but that's going to be trash anyway. You guys already saw the preview. The T800 looks weak, not die cast, nothing special about it. But the shills, oh my God. Oh my God. So that's the end of that. Where's Chewie? I don't know. Where is he? Look at the hands. This guy. Where's Gambit? I told you guys, Gambit is coming for Doomsday, 99%. Elektra and Gambit, they would have been teased already. They would have been not teased. They would have been out for pre-order already by now. And they haven't been because I think because remember, Gambit's supposed to appear in Doomsday as well. So I think that they're holding off to make him just the one time because I don't think that people would have bought him twice. I think that he's probably going to be very similar to this version. So there's really no need for them to make him twice. And to avoid spending all that money on making him for Deadpool and Wolverine to then make him again from Doomsday and have him sit, which they most likely guaranteed know that that's going to be the case because it's a Marvel figure, right? The only way they could get around that is by limiting the amounts of Gambits that they're going to make, and it doesn't make sense to do that with an MMS figure of a blockbuster, right? Especially a side character like that. So 99%, like I said, and I said that from the beginning, once I saw it wasn't coming, is most likely going to be held off until Doomsday. Thule or sir? Oh, this is Thule. Zelda. Oh, okay, so it's a Zelda movie, right? So I forget who told me, but again, is Hot Toys going to get into that? Who owns Zelda? Nintendo. Is Nintendo giving out their licenses to everybody? Not really. Like, not really at all. Right? At least for the 1/6 scale. Right? You see a lot of little toys, a lot of, Japanese, little toys of Mario. And I've seen big, collections of Mario stuff. But again, all very little Japanese stuff. Nothing really mainstream ever. So that's the thing. So can they? Absolutely they can. Will they? I doubt it. There's a couple of Zelda 6 killed by Medicom. So again, was Medicom licensed? I think Medicom was licensed. But again, how many years ago was that? You know what I mean? Medicom doesn't really, I don't think Medicom exists anymore. I have a bunch of Medicom stuff. And, I never got Zelda anything, but yeah, I don't remember if Medicom, I think Medicom is licensed. I'm 99% sure Medicom is licensed. So again, very rare, very, very rare. Nintendo is also doing Metroid Prime. Apparently Brie Larson wants the role. Oh man, hopefully not. She's going to ruin everything. She's going to ruin everything. Oh, I left my water upstairs. I thought I had my water. Oh, what a bum. What a bum. Joker 2019 didn't for a long time. What do you mean? You're talking about Joaquin Phoenix? Well, what does that mean? Joker 2019 didn't for a long time. I don't get it. Explain. Fabs, are you getting the Mondo Turtles? No. I was talking to the channel members today. Absolutely not. And we're going to get into that as well in a second. I'll explain once we get to them. I'll explain why. But no, I'm not. Big Dog, how are you, my friend? Welcome. If a company makes Nintendo 1/6 movie figures, why not? No, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't buy if Hot Toys makes a Zelda, absolutely, I would buy it. But if any other company makes a Zelda, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's not going to be as good as Hot Toys. You know, it could be great, but it's never going to be as good as Hot Toys. So that's why I wouldn't bother with a lot of these things. And plus, to take up room with something that isn't Hot Toys for me, which is, you know, my main company, I wouldn't, you know. But if Hot Toys gets into it, you better believe it. The Zelda franchise, my favorite video game series. I would lose my mind if Hot Toys. As I'm saying, I would 100% buy. But what are the chances of that? Slim to none. Fabs, do it again. Do what again? Do what again? They didn't license stuff out for a long time. Wait, let's go back to the original one. Joker 2019 didn't for a long time. They didn't license. Oh, so you're talking about Joaquin Phoenix, right? So that was a figure that, you know, I never thought was coming ever. You know, third party was balls deep in that figure for years. I have about 6 to 8 of those figures, all third party. I want to say Toys R Us made them. And there was another company too that made the one with the you know, the regular plain clothes one with the paper bag, with the shopping bag. But yeah, I have 2 of each. I have 2 of the regular ones. I have 2 of the clown ones. I have I think 2 of the regular dress ones, or maybe just 1. And now with this one, like I told you guys earlier, finally my artisan came in after 3 months of being paid off like a real peasant garlic bum. So let's go back to the next and the most important release of the week. We have Batman Returns 2.0. Look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous. One of the sexiest figures, one of the sexiest 2.0s that Hot Toys has made. That head sculpt, those face plates. This head sculpt is beautiful. The paint on it, the rolling eyes. One thing I wanna talk to you guys about is, so I haven't gotten the 89, the deluxe, right? The new one with the gargoyle base. Great figure, great base. The figure doesn't look much different than the original one, besides the mouth plates obviously are updated. But as a figure, nothing crazy about it. Not much different than the original one. Obviously, body has to be slightly different. The materials have to be slightly different, but overall, very, very similar. There's no head sculpt to it. So that's why I haven't been in a rush, and I've been able to get it, you know, for $300, the deluxe, which is cheaper than Sideshow, and I still didn't jump on it. This figure, though, came out yesterday. As soon as it came out, not as soon as it came out, 2 days ago, I put about 4 figures in my cart on Sideshow. Nightfall Batman, this Batman, the Joker, right? The Joker with the camera, the Clooney Batman, the Robin, Deck and Thea, Agent Venom. So I had all these in my cart, right? Ready to be purchased on Friday. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm going to leave in my car. I'm like, I hope I don't have a problem. You know, the figure just came out. It's you know, coming out. Then boom, it comes out. Bob messages me. He's like, oh, I just pre-ordered mine right before it hit the wait list. When I tell you my heart dropped to my ball sack, I was like, I fucking knew it. I said, I knew this was going to happen because a lot of times when the figure comes out, for whatever reason, it's waitlisted on Sideshow. And that was my fear. I didn't want it to get waitlisted. So when he said that, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I knew it. I was like, I knew it. He didn't mention that he was buying the peasant edition, the collector's edition. I always look for the deluxe. I go right on Sideshow. I'm like, oh my God, let me see. Boom, collector's edition, gone. I go to the deluxe, pre-order. I was like, thank God. So to avoid any problems, I ordered it immediately yesterday. So now I just got to order the rest on Friday. But that's what happened. The reason why that was a big deal to me is, again, now, even though for those who follow me on social media, you guys saw I bought 2 DXs of the Batman Returns. So what does that mean? I have 4 Batman figures, right? 2 Batmans and 2 Bruce Waynes. I posted them today. And so why do I want this one more than the 89? The head sculpt. Rolling eye head sculpt. Updated head sculpt. Obviously, the suit is different. The wings. We never got these wings. These wings, to me, are the sexiest part of this figure. These wings. And my favorite look of these wings is right here. I'm going to show you right now. Come on. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. They take it off? Yep, they took it off. It was the one of him just sitting up top on top of the gargoyle with those wings. Just they weren't expanded. It was just folded down. Holy shit. The most beautiful image I have ever seen. Obviously, I can't display it that way because these wings are humongous, but it was something like this, but the wings were not extended. They were folded. It was the sexiest image I've ever seen. See, it was this one right here. I thought I had seen it. This here. This is the set, and remember, this is the 89 Batman base. So this is how I would love to display mine because we've never gotten these wings with this figure. And remember, we got it with the Flash Batman, right? That modern suit or whatever. So sexy wings, and this is how I would love to display it. But obviously can't because I don't have the space for that. But those wings are beautiful. So again, why was I desperate for this figure? Right here. This thing is beautiful. The update is beautiful. The addition of the rolling eyes. Obviously, I have to have every single rolling eye figure. That's why it was very exciting for me to get the Wasp figure from Quantumania, the Ant-Man figure from the Quantumania. Not because they were exciting figures, even though the Wasp figure, that yellow, that whole suit was very, very nice. But the Ant-Man was very boring, just very plain. But why did I want it? The rolling eyes, right? The updates now are the rolling eyes. That's why I need to have every single rolling eye figure as well as every single artisan figure. So that's why I needed this figure. I could not go, without this figure. Again, I already have 3 of these Batmans. I have one regular, one with the rib cowl, and then a Bruce Wayne with the tux. How am I going to display this? Just like this. So I could display the head sculpt, obviously. And it would be nice to get those wings on if I could make room for them or have them on the side or something. But that's what I'm excited for. I needed that head sculpt 100%. And I could tell you, again, being an updated head sculpt Batman, this is going to be a bigger hit than the 89, even though the 89, I believe it sold. Actually, no, like I said, it was going on Sideshow, and then I got the wait list, and they're in the groups left and right. It wasn't something that stuck around and held a lot of value. No, people were getting rid of them left and right. So, but this is a different conversation. This is an updated head sculpt. This is a brand new, head sculpt with the rolling eyes. So that's what I was worried about, missing out on that. Also, as you can see, you got magnetic belt now. I don't remember the original having that. So the figure overall is so sick. Also, the bases, right? You get the building top base looking things. Beautiful. Here he is with the 89 Batmobile, probably the new one, right? Here he is with the wings extended, which again looks very, very nice. Here's all the gadgets. Again, we've gotten a lot of this stuff already. We got this 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 already. These things I don't remember getting. I don't know what they are. I can't really see what they are. But all this stuff is reused, except, like I said, the body most likely very different or slightly different at least. And the material, even the suit looks different than the original one on the abdomen. So that's why I was all stressed out. And Bob almost ruined my whole life. Oh my God. Can't wait to get this Batman Returns Deluxe. Yep. Like I said, it's still available if you're looking for it. It's available on Sideshow if you don't mind paying tax, shipping, and tariff. Fabs, you just named all the figures I'm getting to grip. Oh man. There we go. Now that's my Batman. Now I'm telling you, the figures, the Batman is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. The head sculpt, yep. Hot Toys Collector, welcome.
I'm doing.
Rolling eyes are just an excuse. You will get mostly anything from Hot Toys. No. That's not true, because like I just said, 89 Batman is more classic than Batman Returns. And I didn't even get 89, because again, I have the original one. It wasn't that much different. Besides, again, the updates are the mouth plates, the body may be slightly different, the materials maybe. Again, I haven't even really paid attention to it, because the only thing that would have made me get it was that base, and is that base. I wouldn't settle for the collector's edition no matter what. So it would be for that crazy base. Am I going to use the base? Absolutely not. So why am I in a rush to get pretty much the exact same 89 figure that I already have, just as an updated faceplate figure, if I'm not going to use the base? So no, it has nothing to do with that. But I will always get, like I said, the rolling eyed head sculpts I have to get, because these are the updated head sculpts. The figure will be bigger overall because of the rolling eye head sculpt, and obviously the artisan stuff. Yeah, pre-order this baby, especially after seeing the head sculpt. Had to have the deluxe as well. Putting my jazzing count. Jazzing. Oh my God. So again, very, very beautiful figure. See, even articulation's not that great, because these suits are not the greatest. But as you can see, you're still getting decent articulation of the arm, right? Look at the kick. I don't think we were able to do that with the original ones. Right? I don't think so at all, actually. Especially that 89, that suit was useless. You couldn't move anything besides like the knee. So as you can see, it looks like the material is a little bit different, right? You get a little bit more slack. That's where you get a little bit more movement. The original one didn't have anything like this, because it was a completely different material. So the updates are also, they make the figure that much better when it comes to articulation as well. So that's why I have to get this stuff. The 89, like I said, I'll get it eventually if I really need it that bad. I could have gotten it already months ago, but I'm not in a rush to put another Batman just sitting there because he's got a different mouth plate. I'm good. And also the hands for the original Batman Returns, they were not that great. They didn't really hold the weapons that great. You had to really shove them in there and really work them in. So this is my look right here. This is so sexy. Remember, we got this already with the modern suit from The Flash, but this is so sexy. This is the sexiest Batman look ever to me. Right there. And then that head sculpt. This thing is a 10 all day long. I can only imagine people are complaining already because they got nothing better to do, but this is a beautiful, beautiful. See, this is my look. This is my shot right here. That is sick. And again, this base, that base is probably one of the sexiest Hot Toys bases ever. This 89 deluxe base. It is very, very sexy. The gargoyle on it, and then not only that, but you get like 2 looks out of it. You get like that brick column thing on the other side, on this side down here, right? So you can have them like on the ground there or put up here. This, you can't beat this look. This is so sexy right here. So that's what I'm excited for. Look at this. Also really, really nice. See, look at the articulation. Look how much it folds. You try to do that with the original one, you better believe you're going to rip that suit all day, every day, or you're going to break the legs because there's no give like this. So looks like they updated the suit to be able to give it more articulation. And this guy, when he does his poses, he stretches the shit out of these suits to get the poses that he gets. So what does that say? If he's able to do that, then look at this. This is sick too. This is the Amazing Spider-Man deluxe base with him on it. This, you can't beat this shit. You know, this is all badass. So look at that. He's stuck on the pole like Spider-Man. Sick. This is sick shit. Look at that. Look at that jumping off pose. The figure is sick. The articulation, as you can see, is way better than the original one. And again, another reason why I need to get the updates. Because not that I'm a poser, not that I need it because I want to pose, but it's updated for a reason. So why wouldn't I get it? Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Anybody not getting this, please let me know if you're not getting this. I want to know why you're not getting this. I want to hear your reasoning why you're not getting this. Because I could use that gargoyle base with, but I'm telling you, you can use it with anything. That's what I'm saying. That base is one of the sexiest Hot Toys bases ever. Because you can reuse it with anything. You could put any figure on it. You could put a Star-Lord on it. You could put a Star Wars figure on it, right? You could put a Darth Vader on it. You could put anything you want on it, and it'll look incredible. Anything on it. That's what I'm saying. It's so versatile that you could use it with so many different things. That's what makes it sexy, that you could use it with anything, and it'll look incredible with anything. You could put a Wolverine. You could put a Deadpool. You could put anything on it, and it'll look great. Is this still available? Yes. Yeah, well, Sideshow has them. The deluxe version. Toys for Kiddos has them, right? Probably $1,000 now. And but don't forget to use the coupon code FabsFigures when you check out on toysforkiddos.com. And who else has them? I forget the websites that Mike uses. I never remember those names. That's why I never check them. Trying to think of one, but I never remember those names. And he buys there all the time. But yeah, you can find it. I mean, the faster you look for it now, the easier it's going to be before it sells out or it goes waitlisted or whatever. They took some great pictures on the other bases too. Yeah, no, great pictures. I actually like this Hanover Bale Batman. Well, this is a more OG version, right? The Bale Batman is more like an updated look to the Batman. It's a completely different suit to this Batman. So they're different, right? It comes down to your preference, what you like. Obviously, you guys know I respect all humans, so it comes down to you, Joe Billington, welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Where can I buy in the UK? So TK, shout out to TK. He buys on toysassemble.com. He gets them literally within like a couple days because he makes videos as soon as the figures come out. So he's in the UK as well. So try toysassemble.com. Also, I believe Pop Collectibles. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes them to ship to you guys. Also, Plastic Heroes, right? Jeremy Casa ships everywhere from Hong Kong as well. So you could get them, many different places. Many, toysforkiddos.com as well. They'll ship to you. Time Walker, yes, that's one of them. Time Walker is one of them, absolutely. Again, I don't know if they ship to the UK, but Time Walker is one of them. Yep. Moro Bastianini, how are you? Welcome back.
Hello!
So yeah, very, very exciting. Like I said, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This thing is, again, I don't even have it. I can tell you this thing is a 10 all day long just from that head scope alone. The base is actually really nice too. And for those who are getting the Jazz Inc. Catwoman, that's going to look very nice together. It would have been nice to give him some scratches or something, like some battle damaging, to change it up from the original. Obviously, they give him the rib cowl, which, you know, that's the battle damage. But it would have been nice if they give him some scratches or something, and that would have hinted at the fact that Hot Toys was getting into Catwoman, which was something that I was talking to Bob about. If he thinks that he was at, you know, we're talking about if we thought that Hot Toys was going to get into Catwoman. What I said was, nobody in the 1/6 had ever made, you know, besides statues and stuff like that, nobody had ever made a Catwoman, right? A Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. The first one, and you know, we've had, I believe, third parties that were not great. The first one that's supposed to be licensed is Jazz Inc., right? Which is most likely going to be the worst one, but it's licensed. What I said was, if Jazz Inc., which is a nobody company, right? They don't even make figures. Okay, remember, they've been making dioramas and vehicles their whole life. The only figure that they've made was that the Vulture figure, and I could keep saying over and over and over.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
That figure was not about the figure. That figure that was made was not about, oh, this is how good we make figures. It was never about that. It was about the wings, the wingspan, the wing size of the figure, right? The Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. So if a company that doesn't even make figures got the license for Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, why wouldn't Hot Toys get into it? It wouldn't make sense. They know that the money's there. They know that anybody, and 99% of people, would rather buy the Hot Toys version of Catwoman over Jazz Inc.'s version. Obviously, you got the kiss asses who think that Jazz Inc. somehow is going to make a great figure when they have no experience in figure making ever. But this is the brain damage retardation in this community. Again, they can do whatever they want. This is how unrealistic they are. This is how they don't even have common sense to understand and process that if a company doesn't focus on figures, how can you expect them to make you a great figure? Retardation. But again, that's another conversation. Sean, my friend, welcome.
Hello!
Guys, there's 43 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. So now, guys, something very exciting that is happening in the community right now, something that caught my attention at Comic-Con. I had never seen such an impressive product. Number one, right there in my face. It was behind glass and it looked incredible. Everything about it, the amount of accessories, the way it looked, everything about it. Okay. So today was the first day that you could pre-order the Mondo Turtles, right? Donatello. So far, only Donatello. Okay. So, like I said, we saw this at Comic-Con when we went. The guys saw it. Rudy took videos and stuff. He posted all over his YouTube channel. I posted it. I shared on stream, right? How amazing the figure was. It looked really, again, the best Ninja Turtle I've ever seen. They had Leonardo in black and white. He was unpainted, 100% unpainted. Also looked incredible. They had gargoyles on there. They had the big gargoyle. I forget his name. Rudy memorized his name. God, I forget the guy's name. The main guy, the main gargoyle, also unpainted, black and white, looked ridiculous. So Mondo, and I've told you guys, Mondo's figures look great. All the X-Men, right? The Spider-Man stuff that they made, that Venom from the Saturday morning Fox 5 show. Everything looks really, really good. Again, very toyish to me. And this is what I was telling you guys why I'm not getting this. The figures look great, right? As you can see, they look incredible. They look really, really good. Very, very detailed. My issue is these are like actual toys. We collect Hot Toys because of the realism of them, right? I collect Hot Toys because of how real they look, how great they look. Now with all the updates, right? The USB, the die cast, the rolling eyes, all these things make the figures, to me, that much better. Remember, I respect all humans. So because of that, and because I'm mostly focused on Hot Toys, and I buy Blitzway and I buy Enterbay, but Hot Toys is my thing. For me to take up space with this line of toys, because that's what they are. They're 100% toys. Look at all the joints, right? You see all the creases of the joints, right? Nothing is seamless, which, people, the first thing they do, oh, it's not seamless when they look at Hot Toys, right? So even though it's a great, incredible looking toy, it doesn't belong in my collection. I don't own any Ninja Turtle, anything in my collection, and I love the Ninja Turtles. I would not take up an entire Detail shelf to have 4 turtles and Shredder. They already teased Shredder. He looked incredible too. And Splinter and whoever else they decide to make. I would never do that. Again, if they were more realistic, if Hot Toys was making this would be a different conversation. I would be balls deep in this line. But I don't have room for toys like that. If that were the case, all of my Hasbro Transformers would be out displayed. If that were the case, all of my Takara Tomy Transformers would be out displayed. They don't belong in this entire, 1/6 mostly Hot Toys collection, room. So that's why I am not getting into it. But I'm telling you, in person, they look incredible. So as you can see, a lot of detail already. You get tools, right? You get a screwdriver, you get a wrench, you get the bow staff, right? You get some string here, you get some hook, right? So you get a hook, you get the fanny pack, the utility belt, right? Sculpted plastic, nothing fancy about that. You get the little robotic little rats, right? Another thing, another reason why I wouldn't get this, $250 per figure, right? The guys in the members chat were discussing, because a few of them ordered it already. The figure came out to like $320, right? So $250 plus tax, shipping, tariff. So now they're at $320. Why would I spend $320 for a toy when I could get a way better quality Hot Toys figure that will go with my collection way better? That's why I'm not bothering with that. Right? So think about it. $320 per figure. That's 4, right? That's at least $1,300, $1,400. Plus whatever else is coming. That's why I didn't get into Mondo anything. Their He-Man line looks good. Their Thundercats line looks good. Their X-Men line looks great. Why would I do that to myself? Being a completionist, on top of all that, I would need to get everything. If I had started with Mondo anything, I would be going crazy right now, figuring out where is all this stuff going. That's why I need to control what I get. Again, if this was Hot Toys, another conversation. So $250 for all this stuff, right? So you get a different looking or an electric bow staff here, right? Then you got the wooden one. You get some weapons, right? You got some effects, some electric effects. You got the hook, right? You got some blade. You got a bunch of hands. You get it looks like a transponder, right? The little walkie-talkie thing that they use. You get the fanny pack, you get some stars, you get different what do you call it? Different straps, right? The eye straps, the eye mask. As you can see, two different looks of it. And you get the two little robots, right? Two different looks of it. So again, value, and then obviously the 3 head sculpts, right? 3 different you get 4, as you can see, 4 different head sculpts. You get the goggles, regular glasses, you get the the nerdy goggles. So when it comes to value, at $250, forget shipping, forget everything else. At $250, it is great value. But remember, this is all molded plastic. So to me, this should not be $250. Again, remember, this is without tax, shipping, and tariff. Because by then it's like $320-ish. Again, according to the guys, because I didn't order this, so I don't know. This being what it is, even with all this stuff, because again, it's all molded plastic. This is nothing fancy about any of this. It should be $150. And then now adding shipping, tariff, then it should go up to, 200-ish. 220. That is fair all day long for what it is, which is all molded plastic. $320? Never. Again, you're a fan. God bless you. I respect all humans. Not to me. And again, I grew up on the Turtles. I love the Turtles. I wish I would have had in the 3-0 both sets of the Turtles. I would never spend money on this. Now, if Chris wants to send it to me, I'll accept it. He's never going to send me anything, so I'm not going to have them. But this is way too pricey for what it is. Again, you're getting a lot of value, still not at $250. If any of this was, real life like anything, if this was, silicone or seamless, and you're like, all right, wait a minute. This is not just molded plastic. This is not, none of this looks fancy by any means. So to spend $320 on plastic, on an actual toy looking figure, not for me. Not for me. What are your thoughts on the Hot Toys Army Mark 47? What do you mean? What about it? What do you want to know about it? Are you talking? Is that the one? Is Mark 47 the one from? Is that the Is that the Age of Ultron one? I think that's the Age of Ultron one, because remember he had the 43, and then at the end of the movie, I think that was the 47, if I'm not mistaken. That is one of the sleekest Iron Man figures. That's one of my favorite Iron Man figures. And I don't even think that figure came with a head sculpt, to be honest. That's a great figure. No, I'm telling you, again, you got it like that. God bless you. I respect all humans. But this is crazy for what it is. And like I said, it looks like you're getting a lot of value, right? But remember, this is all molded stuff. This is all printed stuff. None of this is fancy. None of this is, rubber. None of this is, oh, look, it's articulated this or seamless. None of it. They look incredible in person, because I saw them in person. I showed you guys video from Comic-Con. They look amazing. They're not worth, to me, they're not worth $250. And then again, plus tax, shipping, and tariff, I am good. I will pay that all day for a Hot Toys figure, because it's a better quality. It's a better looking figure overall, better materials being used, custom bodies being used, right? Most likely seamless, or if it's not seamless, then you don't get to see, the body under it anyway, because it's fully covered. So all these things. The Turtles are great, very popular characters. A lot of people love them, but again, they're going to get very, very expensive. I don't know when the other ones are coming out, but they should be coming out very soon. Let me catch up with you guys real quick before we get into the topic of the bankruptcy that it looks like may be happening. There is zero work to make that 100. No, that's what I'm saying. It's all mold. It's all mold. It's all mold. Like I said, this should not be any more than $150. And apparently, you know, they use vinyl for a lot of their stuff. Soft vinyl, right, for a lot of their stuff. And nah, absolutely not. Again, I respect all humans, but not for me. Somebody on iPad getting paid minimum wage, probably sculpted. Yo, it's crazy. And again, I'm not saying they look bad by any means. I'm not saying they're ugly by any means. I'm not saying anything because they look incredible. The most impressive turtles I've seen in person ever. Ever. Again, the toyish ones, ever. The size, the height, very, they got their own presence. They're very imposing. They look really good. Like I said, they had Leonardo right next to it. It was not even painted, and it looked amazing. So the line, if they finish the line, and I say if because we're going to get into a topic that could mean that they may not finish anything. So if they finish the line, it's going to be an incredible looking Ninja Turtles line, 100%, because they look incredible in person. Faz is dying. Is not giving the finger. The chrome and red. I just picked it up. Wait. Oh, 47. Homecoming? So then that means that the one I'm talking about is 46. So 47 is Homecoming. Yes. Very good figure. Two versions of it. They had the regular one and then the reissue one. Awesome figure. Very sleek. The color contrast of the silver and the red. Very, very nice. That head sculpt, that Tony Stark head sculpt, one of the best head sculpts. The glasses, right? He comes with the blue shades. Beautiful glasses. Very, very good figure. I bought 4 of those. I have 3 displayed, and I have 1 sealed. I have a 43 sealed. That one's gone. I bought 4. I have 3 displayed. That's how good it was. So I have him with the head sculpt, him with the helmet, and then 1 just with the empty helmet that it comes with as well. Petrosum, not to mention which turtle you have, we'll get 4 Imagine. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to get Donatello, you're not going to stop at Donatello. It ain't going to happen. So you're already in at $1,300, $1,200 to $1,300, depending on if they're even going to be the same price, which I believe they should be, but who knows? So you're already in at $1,300 with just 1 because you're going to keep going. Crazy. Think about what you could do with $1,300 regarding Hot Toys. You could get RoboCane. You could get RoboCop 2. You can get, there's so much you could get, you know? And again, you're going to get quality. You're going to get die cast. You're going to get movie stuff. You're going to get real lifelike stuff, real likeness to these figures, not molded plastic. So it's paint. Again, you got it like that. I respect all humans, but it is crazy. It is crazy. You know, like I said, if they were seamless, if they were, you know, they were silicone, I would be suffering right now because, you know, I would be like, God, I need this stuff. And I would have went balls deep in the whole line. But it's not worth it to me. It doesn't belong here, which, you know, a little section of different stuff would be nice, but nah, absolutely not. NECA dripped in Gucci. El Fieri, welcome. How are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Hi, Faz. Agree, it's pricey, but a turtle is no different than a rocket or group, and you can put them. No, absolutely correct. But here's the thing, though. Like I said, with Hot Toys, though, right? That's a movie thing, right? It's you have to get these things if you're collecting the entire line, right? It's got a connection to other figures that are, again, realistic looking figures. So Absolutely, right? Rocket, Groot, you're 100% correct. This is a toy, though. You know what I mean? This is a straight toy. There's nothing realism about any of this. There's nothing real looking about any of this. They're great toys. There's nothing anywhere near close to a Hot Toys figure with this, ever. But you're 100% correct. It would be like getting a Groot, a Rocket. Absolutely. Actually, more than that. Groot, Rocket. Let me see what else. What else? Yoda, right? A Hot Toys Yoda type thing. So absolutely. But even the Yoda, right? Even Rocket, even Groot, they're a movie thing and they look exactly like the movie. So it is a realistic looking thing rather than a toy at $320. You know, that's how I can't justify that. Again, I respect all humans. You guys could do whatever you want, but I can't justify $320 for a plastic, for a molded plastic thing. Never. And again, these things come with a ton more than a Rocket, a ton more than a Groot, a ton more than a Yoda, right? A ton. That's why I keep telling you guys, there's value here. Not at $250 though. You know, even a Rocket, a Groot, a Yoda, when it comes to quality, is better than a Mando figure. Quality. Another reason why I can't justify that. Because I know with Hot Toys, I'm getting the best toy, whether it's an animal, whether it's a blurg, right? Remember the blurg was the most useless thing in the world. That, to me, is more quality than this. Mando will never be better quality than Hot Toys. So I take that into account. You know what I mean? So for me to buy something like this, the justifications got to be for real. Because I don't just jump into everything. You know, especially now running out of room, forget it. I couldn't. These are only like 8 inches, so ain't no. But again, you guys didn't see them in person. They look massive. They look really bulky. They look really big. Even at the 8 inches, they look really. When I saw them, I was like, yo, these are not like the size of them. They're bulky. They're beefy. They look really good. Anybody getting this, you will not be disappointed because they look incredible. They're very good toys. Not at $320 though. Absolutely not. Again, for me, sorry, 10 inches bigger than no. Whatever size it is, they look very imposing. They look very impressive. They are very good. They don't look tiny by any means because they're kind of wide. They're kind of beefy. And with all the armor and all the stuff on it, it looks real. Because when I saw it, I think he had this on. He had a bunch of things on. I think he was holding a few things. He was loaded. He wasn't playing like this. It looked great. It looked really good. So that's the thing. Yeah, no, great figure. Great figure. With $1,300, I can get some. Man, you can get that. You can get that food. Absolutely. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. There's 37 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. All in Mando turtles. Nobody else is making turtles with this much detail. But the shoulder have done a seamless body and would have looked more like the 90s turtle. Well, again, it's a toy, right? You can't expect too much from a toy. Mando's making toys. The X-Men line are toys. The He-Man line are toys. The Thundercats lines are toys, right? These are toys. These are, fancier toys, right? These are your 80s looking toys, right? They're great. They're great looking toys. They look amazing. Again, the amount of accessories you get with them, amazing. But you're paying Hot Toys prices for a toy. Never. You know, that's where I'm at. I'm not telling, again, I respect all humans. I'm not telling you guys don't buy anything. I'm not telling you guys, hey, this is ugly. By no means. You know, my language could be wrong, but I respect all humans. So now, the potential problem with this, right? So let's go over some of the pictures. So they're giving you a 360 view on it. As you can see, he's got the hand controller on with the calculator, right? He's got the two bow staffs, right? The wooden one and the electronic one. He's got the hook. He's got the fanny pack, the sculpted belt, the two different looking knee pads. See, 10 inches. So look what I mean. They are very imposing figures. They don't look crappy by any means. I'm telling you because I saw them in person. They look really, really good. If you look at the veins on it. Look at the veins all through it. They're very, very nicely detailed. I'm assuming the articulation has to be very decent too. We didn't touch them. We didn't see them moving. Here is a tease of the first one, right? You're going to have all four sticking out of the sewer. As you can see, I don't know if you get this table, probably not, but as you can see, again, beautiful, beautiful looking turtle. Here's the angry face. He's fighting right now. Here he's being scientific Donnie, right? He's fixing that he's a villain. I forget the villain, that robotic turtle villain. Here's the electric bow staff. He's got the watch on. So fully loaded, as you can see. Beautiful look. Very comic bookish here. Very toyish. Very, cartoonish. Beautiful. You could display it like this. You could display it like this. And I can guarantee you they're all going to have this type of look. So you can have them all like this or all like this as well. They're great, great, great fit. Look at this. Now you get eyes with the anger. Again, a completely different look. As you can see. Great, great figures. Great, great figures. That would be nice. Getting that sewage diorama, that would be sick. I don't know if you're getting that, but that would be epic. See? Beautiful. Look how beautiful. They're great, 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 great looking. See? Beautiful. He's being a mechanic there. You get the two holsters or the two sheaths for the bow staff, as you can see. Really, really, really cool. You get the robotic ninja stars, it looks like. They got trackers on them or some chips on them. So very cool. They're very, very nice. But again, at $320, all said and done, I am good. See, coming out of the sewer. Again, are you going to get that? I don't think so. But very, very cool stuff. Very, very, very nice. Look at all the detail. Look at all the things he comes with, right? Look how cheap that looks. The paint is not the great. Again, it's zoomed in, but that does not look expensive. That does not look high quality. That is not, it's plastic. It's very, very cheap plastic. That's all it is. The thing is, you get tons of it. You get tons of cheap plastic for the figure. So it makes you feel like, all right, I'm getting some value. I'm getting a lot. As you can see, the articulation looks very decent. See? The eyes look great. The face looks great. The paint looks great. See? Articulation, as you can see. They're showing you what he could do. So, again, see, he's talking to Leo here. That's the walkie-talkie thing. So, very, very nice. They're very, very nice. Again, whoever's getting them, you're not going to be disappointed. Wait till you see these things in hand. Wait till you get 04. We only saw two. This one and Leonardo. Wait till you get into the Raphael and Donatello. Raphael and Michelangelo. Michelangelo is obviously going to have the skateboard. Raphael is probably going to have some anger management stuff. So they're all gonna be insane. They're all gonna be insane. Look at that. So all these little things that are very, very cheap, they make the figure look that much better. You know, oh, Metalhead, that's his name. I never remember. Every time I play Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, he's one of the bad guys. He's one of the very first bad guys, and I never remember his name. Wake me when someone's made Splinter. No, they have to make him. They already made Shredder. They already teased Shredder. You want to tell me they're not going to make Splinter? Absolutely. All right, read that already. New hot toy announcement up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. What are we doing? Oh my God, that is crazy. This is the Japanese Spider-Man, and I recently just saw this. They were talking about it on YouTube. This is really cool. That's the Asian. For those who don't know, that's the Asian eyes for the Asia Spider-Man. Remember, he has like a robot, like a Megazord robot thing that he controls with a remote. So that's really cool. Look at the webbing. We got a different style of webbing, it looks like, or at least a different insertion of webbing. This is going to be like that Amazing Spider-Man figure with the chrome eyes that we got already, but even more basic. Yeah, look already. See, the hands are very plasticky, and then the same style of suit like we got for that same figure. So they're reusing that same material. As you can see, look at the what do you call it? The stitching all over the face. I don't know how much I like that. See, the webbing is definitely new. The style of webbing is definitely new. Or at least it looks new. Definitely shorter. Different webbing here. Oh, wow. So Hot Toys exclusive. So that means most likely going to be limited. I can tell you this. This is going to be found later on. See, here's the control. This is for that Megazord thing that he uses. Openable spider bracelet. Because again, remember, he has this like Megazord thing that he controls with this. Very basic figure, guys. As you can see, nothing new with the base. But again, they're using that see-through plastic like they did with the with that other one, with the Amazing Spider-Man one, with the chrome eyes. A new style of webbing here, right? At least where it's coming out of. Very big. The body looks, definitely new because it's very thin. Hands, and then that wrist thing. Very cool, different. I don't know how exciting it is, but we need it. This thing is going to be 300 plus. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's 200 because it's not much of anything, right? The neck attachment is all seamless, right? As the Amazing Spider-Man one with the chrome eyes. So pretty much the same style, just the old school looking Asian Spider-Man. This look, even here, like the paint on this, very, very basic, but it looks better than those ninja stars from Mondo, and that's my point. The spider bracelet, and that's it. So he comes with a couple webs, the bracelet, and that's it in the base. So this should be, obviously it's not gonna be that, but this should be $220, and that's a lot. It ain't gonna be anywhere near that. This is probably gonna be 280, 300, 305. Hopefully not. Again, hopefully they have some mercy because it's not much to the figure, but it's gonna be, as you can see, a very, very, very basic Spider-Man figure. Here is it looks like the 60s version, right? So this one is the American guy, the American version look, which this one I remember watching the show of, and I think they had a movie too. He had a show and a movie. As you can see, the eyes are different, right? They're rounded, not the slanted eyes like on the Asian one, right? He had the holes, as you can see on the mask. You got the holes in there for the eyes. This one, I don't think it's this. It could be the same exact body, but the outfit looks different. You could see the belt, the utility belt, very different, right? The other one didn't have any of that. It looks like it might have a little bit of leather or, treated pleather. They're not mentioning anything yet. We didn't get to it yet. Again, more white webbing like we got for the Asian one. Probably the same exact thing. As you can see, the web shooter is completely different. It doesn't come out of his hand. It comes out of an actual web shooter like it did on the show. Again, very different. We get two different sets of eyes, right? These are solid. These got the holes on them. Look at the articulation. So again, like I said, new body, most likely, again, guaranteed. I don't think we ever got bodies like this that articulate this much. Same exact type of stitching around the face, as you can see, to make it all seamless, right? To give you that neck articulation like the Amazing Spider-Man look. Actually, this one looks better. Again, it's got a little bit more stuff than the other one, but it looks like it's the exact same thing, same body, same hands, just a different, two different editions of goggles, belts, and web shooters. Again, look at the articulation. You get a camera, because remember that one specifically, that Peter Parker specifically had a camera. So 2 pairs of interchangeable eyepieces. So one solid, one with the holes. And that's it. So they're milking the shit out of these bodies, these new bodies that they came out with. They don't mention that they're new bodies, but obviously they have to be. Unless they're reusing something that we already got, which we don't know. But very, very basic stuff. And they're both exclusives. So it's going to come down to which one do you guys want? Are you guys getting both? Are you guys getting just one? I'm going to obviously try to go for both. But if I can't get both, I'll definitely get this one because obviously I know this one more than the Asian one. Even though the Asian one is actually kind of, it's different too. So I like them both. Here, as you can see, you can have them displayed without the belt or with the belt. Without the web shooter, with the web shooter. So again, they're just milking, and I hope they're cheap. I can tell you the fact that they're exclusives, they're going to milk them. So they're probably going to be, $285, $295, $305. So that's going to be kind of painful, but again, they're very different. For me, at least this one is more meaningful than the Asian one. But if I could get them both, why the hell not? See, this is the robot I'm telling you guys. He controls this like Megazord thing with his watch, with his wrist thing. And I remember this because I watched clips on YouTube of the Spider-Man, or else I would have never known what this is. Very cool show. It looks like it was like a Power Rangers type thing. But again, besides that, I don't really know much about that. But for those who don't care for this stuff, you're going to save some money. For those who collect, strap it on. So again, back to Mondo. Oh my God. The Spider-Man is what started all the Sentai series we have today. Power Rangers. Yep. I remember that. Ron, welcome. Where have you been? I didn't see you all day. How are you
doing?
Hot Twizzlers dropped Spider-Man on Facebook. Thank you. I didn't even see that. From the TV show. Yep. So there's 2. Scroll down. This looks like my uncle's. Oh my God, this guy. Pass. It's not the 212 clone trooper. Nothing to see. Oh my God. Yeah, no, again, I like stuff like that. It's very different. When that Amazing Spider-Man with the chrome eyes came out, I got 2. I got one with the chrome eyes and the little green goblin on top. I didn't use the base, the plastic weird base. With the logo and all that stuff. But I needed the 2 looks. I needed one with, remember, it had like a web shooter look to one, and the other one was just regular. So I have one with the web shooters on. Or I think both have the web shooters on, but one has the chrome eyes and then one has just the regular eyes. So sleeping, dealing with, oh man, feel better, my friend. Oh, that's not good. That's painful. I mean, depending on how bad you got it, hopefully not as bad. Boo is that. So again, as you can see, very, very good looking turtles. Really, really nice overall. Articulation, as you can see, very decent. They're not going crazy. Oh, look, it looks like you could swap out eyes. That's funky. So you could take off the head and give it the eye look or give it the no eyes look. That's pretty cool. Instead of giving you rolling eyes, they give you that insert. See? So that's how you get that. That's cool. That's actually cool. So you could interchange, as you can see. But no rolling eyes, as you can see. Again, it's a toy. It's a toy. It's a toy. It's a toy. See, here is the villain turtle that they fight in the video game. There's the wooden bowl stuff. Again, look at the detail. It looks very good for a piece of plastic, right? Very, very detailed stuff. Here's the metallic one. Again, look at the paint. Not the greatest, but it is what it is. Here's the fanny pack. Again, very, very basic stuff. It looks like it's molded. I don't think it's cloth. I think it's just molded plastic. Again, the zipper doesn't even open up. So here is the goggles, right? The nerdy goggles that he wears. Here is the hook, right? As you can see, you fold it. Here is where you mount it on the belt. The regular glasses, this blade, this other blade, the communicator, the ninja stars with the chips on it, because remember, Donatello has to create fancier stuff. Here's the sewage base with the moving pole, right? The metallic bending pole, so you could do the flying poses. Here's a close-up of the smiling face. So that's everything, guys. So a potential problem with this line. So it says here, Zahn said one particularly troublesome business line for Funko is its Mondo division. So news to me, Funko owns Mondo. I had no idea. Which manufactures high-end collectible toys such as soft vinyl, figures, statues, as well as vinyl records. So remember, the Turtles are most likely soft vinyl. The He-Man, the X-Men, a lot of that stuff is most likely sold vinyl. It's hard to sell in an economic downturn, he said. Funko's third quarter financial results show that Mondo's revenue of $5.8 million was down 67% from the same quarter a year earlier. So they're losing a ton of money. The Mondo website lists items such as 1/6-inch Batman and Spider-Man figures for $220, but also has merchandise that goes as high as $800. Funko reported concerned about its ability to stay in business in its first quarter financial filing in May, and financial issues have continued since then. Earnings filing show. So now, again, news to me that Mondo is owned by Funko. That's number one. I don't know if you guys heard, but it looks like Funko, and you just heard it right here. It looks like Funko may be going out of business because of, obviously, look at the ton of money that they lost, 67% less than the year prior. So what does that say? The economy is no good. Not everybody's buying really toys anymore, right? Or as much, at least. So that's a problem, right? So Funko is in trouble. Now, if Funko is the parent company, right, and Mondo is the daughter company or the cousin company or the sister company, what does that mean for Mondo? Right? So again, does that mean they're going out of business too? Who knows? Possibly, possibly not. Anything can happen. But if the parent company's in trouble, what does that say about something that's under you? It has to be also in trouble. Now, the difference is there are two different worlds of figure, right? You get the 1/6 scale with not necessarily 1/6 scale, but the bigger figures with Mondo, and Funko is literally just Funko Pops, right? All those little, which it's a huge market. I didn't know it was such a huge market. It is humongous. Every time we go to Comic-Con, it is the biggest, not even a booth, it's the biggest section of Comic-Con. They take up the most room, the lines, the biggest lines, always Funko. Last year, Patrick, shout out to Patrick, he asked if we could get him a specific Funko. We needed an so we get online. Yeah, we're gonna get. I need a blah blah blah. Did you get an invitation at the end at the beginning of the line? Did you guys get an invitation? What do you mean? Apparently, we needed an email invitation to even get in line to go into Funko, to go get a pop or whatever exclusive they had. So it is that type of game. Again, I had no idea. And I can tell you he didn't either, because he would have said, hey, you need an invitation. You need the RSVP. You need something to get in there. He didn't know. So we couldn't get him shit. So that being said, if that company is in trouble, okay? If the bigger company is in trouble, it could only mean one thing. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't mean it's good for Mondo. Now, what does that mean for the Turtles? Possibly. Either they're going to go all in and try to see if these Turtles save them, which how much money can they possibly make off of these Turtles? Who knows? How many people are really going to go balls deep at 320 apiece? Who knows? Do I think the Turtles are going to save them? Absolutely not. Because again, for what they are, they're very expensive, and I know people are going to buy them. Again, Funko being bigger than Mondo is in trouble. Mondo most likely is not going to save Funko. So what can happen? Number one, they could get you guys to buy Donatello. Is it going to come out? Is it going to come out? Is it going to be produced? Is it going to be made? Is it going to go into production? If they don't get enough orders to go into production, that's a problem. If they do get enough orders and go into production and make the product, is it going to be worth them going into the other ones and hope that they're going to be saved? Which, again, I doubt that these Turtles are going to save this company. If, again, Funko is way bigger than Mondo. So I don't think Mondo's saving Funko. So they could show you the figures, right? And they could stop halfway or stop after Donatello or stop, after the 3 or 4, right? Are the gargoyles coming? That's another problem. It's another issue. We don't know where they're going. So potentially it could be a problem, right? Again, where are you ordering from? A lot of people order from Mondo Direct. If they go bankrupt and they have your money, how would you get that money back? Right? Obviously, you're going to have to dispute the card, blah, blah, blah. Again, if they go bankrupt, what are the chances of them going bankrupt? Who the hell knows? I don't know how much money they got in the bank, how much they're, how much they're holding themselves up by. I don't know. But again, I don't follow Mondo like that, so I don't know. But that's what you guys got to be careful with, because if they go bankrupt and you're buying directly from them, you're most likely not getting that refund back from them. Now, if you're ordering from, for example, Kit, right, he will have to honor the store credit like he always does. Anytime there has been a cancellation of an item due to project cancellation, Kit always says, hey, he sends out an email, they cancel the project, here is your deposit as store credit, which I rather store credit than not get anything back at all. So I know Kit takes care of it that way, right? Other companies, who the hell knows, right? So that's the problem. That's what can happen. Is it going to happen? We're not going to know until it happens, if it even happens. But that's very scary. That if a company as big as Funko is in trouble and Mondo is below them, owned by them, it can't be good for Mondo either. It can't be good for Mondo either. I'll tell you that right now. So at these prices, selling these toys at these prices, it is not a smart move at all. Because even though they're great, not everybody's going to jump into that. Obviously, the hardcore fans will. But people who otherwise would at $125 price range, $150 price point, $175 maybe, but $250 and then $320 all in, I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem. It has to be a problem. So it is very painful. It is very sad because I know people love these lines. I know people have been buying a lot of this stuff. Like I said, He-Man, Thundercats, X-Men, and they do a lot more stuff. They do a lot of Marvel. They do Spider-Man. So they do a lot of different things. But it is going to be painful to see Mondo go because they make really nice looking figures, really nice looking toys. What do you guys think about this? Where do you guys think this is going to go? Do you guys think Mondo is gone? Do you guys think they're going to survive? Do you guys think that they're going to be left alone? So, for example, if Funko disappears, you guys think Mondo's going to stay as its own, standalone company, or do you think they're going to be dissolved with Funko Pop as well? Let me know what you guys think, please. Let me see. Nobody said anything. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. I don't get Funko. What do they do? Nothing. They do Funko Pops. What do you mean? Some of the biggest YouTubers in your YouTube world came from Funko Pops. Remember, they were kings of Funko Pop, and then suddenly they became Hot Toys connoisseurs. They came from Funkos, and all of a sudden they became the voice of Hot Toys expertise. Guys, hit the like button, please, if you haven't yet. They're mon done. They're mon done for me. Yeah, so I'm telling you, it is very sad. I know people, like I said, I know Nefty already bought his Donatello. I think Rudy also bought his Donatello. So we'll see. Hope Mondo survives for their fans, but I have nothing for Mondo, so I'm not even. Yeah, same with me. Like I said, I know they make very, very nice stuff, very, very appealing stuff, very, very good-looking toys. Again, that's what they are. They're toys. But it sucks to see companies go. You know what I mean? And I can tell you, these tariffs are not helping anybody in China. Anybody, because everybody's suffering with these tariffs. Everybody is suffering. So a lot of companies, a lot of these things may, shut down and close. A lot of these businesses, may go out of business because of these tariffs. They're putting a lot of strain on them, a lot of stress on them. And, a lot of people have been turned off from ordering because of these tariffs. Everybody's suffering. So it is very, very scary. Fast Funko Pops do not interest me in the least. But they do nothing fast. What do they do? Funko Pops. What do you mean they do nothing? Funko Pops is one of the biggest toy lines ever, ever, ever. They do Funko Pops. So I'm saying, guys, it's very painful. It's very sad. Because again, we don't need less companies making product. We need more companies making product, especially licensed product, you know? So unless they get into, third-party shit, right? Funko starts making third-party stuff, which again, does that even make sense? If they can't even do it licensed, does unlicensed make sense? Does risking getting sued by somebody, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't even make sense. So this doesn't look good for Mondo or his fans. Hope they absolutely no. Again, they make great stuff. I have nothing against Mondo. They're very toys, but they're very, very good looking toys. They're very nice. And these turtles and these gargoyles look incredible in person. So it's just very, very painful. Very, very, very sad. And of course, last but not least, like I said earlier, if you don't like truth, the stream is over for you. If you wear tampons, the stream is over for you. If you don't like listening to the God telling you I told you so, this stream is over for you. If you respect all humans, but the language is wrong, the stream is not for you, and it is over for you.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I gave you guys the warning in the beginning of the stream. For those who just came in, I'm doing it again, just so you don't say you weren't warned, just so you don't cry me a river. I don't want to hear any of you. If your name Nefty, you've been warned. And like I said, if you don't like the God telling you I told you so, if you guys think I'm toxic for being honest and truthful and telling you the truth and saying it how it is and exposing these companies that are stealing from you retards, the stream is over for you. If you guys think these companies don't lie to you to take your money and you believe and trust everybody, but you hate the God for telling you the truth, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're retarded, and the stream is over for you. Okay? I don't want nobody crying. I don't want nobody, I respect all humans, but his language is wrong. I don't want to hear none of that. You've been warned. The wrong language gave me shingles. Oh my God. Ron. Unbelievable, Ron. So, like I said, you've been warned. So let me, for those who watch me all the time and pay attention to when I expose these companies, these lying sack of shit companies, you guys will understand what I'm about to say, what I'm about to set up for you guys. So remember, I'm the toxic one for being honest. I'm the toxic one for being truthful. I'm the hated one in the community because I speak the truth and I speak facts and I expose everything all the time. And retards can't handle truth. Remember, retards now are fighting for for censoring speech, right? They respect all humans, but they don't like the language, right? The language is wrong. So this is what we deal with in this community. When people can't handle truth anymore. If you're a person that thinks truth is toxic, you need help. Right? I've come to the realization that people have fab derangement syndrome. Right? Same thing that's happening to Trump. People hear Trump, they're like, oh my God, this guy's, and they don't even know anything about anything. Same thing is happening to me. People hear my name and they lose their shit. So fab derangement syndrome is a real thing, guys. And I don't know if you guys pay attention to the news, but it just came out in the psychology world. It just came out that Trump derangement syndrome is an actual thing. It's not called that, but it's related to that, and they realize that it's a real thing. That people focus on Trump and they watch the news to see Trump, and they can't wait to hate on him for whatever it's a real thing. Fab derangement syndrome is a real thing. You guys know I'm hated in this community for being truthful, not for being a piece of shit, not for hurting people, not from stealing from people, not for lying to people. None of that. For being honest, for telling the truth, for being real, for being unique, for being truthful, for all the right things. I'm hated for. I am okay. Nobody's hurting my feelings in this tampon wearing community. Okay. So, I'm only retarded on the weekends. Toys man bad. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to set it up for you guys. So, here we go. Do you guys remember? And I did a whole stream on this, and I was yelling about it. And before we get started,
Ben Hasselhoff walks into a bar.
When I yell, okay, when I get excited, is because it's number one, it's how passionate I get, is how right I am about the situation, how I warn you guys about this stuff. And again, I'm the asshole, I'm the bad guy, I'm the evil one. But the lying sack of shit YouTubers that lie to you to your face, those are the good guys. Those are the great guys. Those are the awesome collectors in the community. They're not bad. They're not toxic. They're not pieces of shit. They're great. The only truthful one is the bad guy. That's when you know we're living in an upside down world where truth hurts people. So, if you have FDS, there's a hotline that can help toll free. I'm telling you, it is real. Okay, it is real. So here we go. Do you guys remember when Jazz Inc. came out and said to you guys, and said, not to you guys, it said to the retards in the community who ate it right the fuck up, and said, guys, please support my Batwing project. I need to sell 3,000 pieces so I can make some money. Let me know if you guys remember this. Someone sent me here, said we would talk all good things about it. Oh my God, they lied to you. They lied to you, Big Rip. So, do you guys remember this? Let me know in the chat if you guys remember this conversation. Remember, Jazz Inc. said publicly that he needed to sell 3,000 Batwings to make money. Okay? Somebody tell me if you guys remember this.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Pepper's Farm remembers. Yeah, I want to see who remembers this, because I lost my mind that stream, telling you guys that there is no such thing. Okay, when that whole conversation came out, I said, guys, there is no such thing as I need to make this amount to make money. Every single product is priced at a certain price point to make a profit. You don't need an accumulation of 3,000 products to make any money. What you're trying to do at that point is make a lot of money, a ton of money, and a ridiculous amount of money. That's what the 3,000 number was for. And that's what I told you guys. I said, he's lying to you because he always lies and you guys swallow it up. But remember, I'm the toxic one. I'm the problem. I'm the scumbag piece of shit in the community, telling you the truth and exposing all this shit. I'm the problem, not the lying sack of shit. Not everybody else. It's me. Got it. What did I tell you guys? He's lying because everything is priced at a price point to make money. Even if he sells one, guess what? He's making $500. He's making $300. Whatever it is, he's making money. So he told the retards that swallow his entire load every day. What? I need 3,000 of you retarded dumbasses in this community to buy my $3,000 or my $2,000 vehicle so I can make some money. That's what he said. And I told you guys he's lying. Okay? So, yeah, he did say that. Okay, good. Faz, what happened to the Aussie guys? No, he's gay. You would never sell them at that price that isn't affordable, $3K. No, wait a minute. So here we go. So 3K is just so they can make a no. Wait, it's not so he can make a profit. It's so he can make a killing, not a profit. He makes a profit selling 100. He makes a profit selling 50. He makes a profit selling 20. They're priced to make a profit. He's not underselling these things to hope that by selling volume, he's going to make $100. Never. But the retards in this community swallow it all from everybody, from the YouTubers, from the companies. What did I tell you guys a few streams ago? Companies in general lie to you to take your money. Companies in this community know there are retarded idiots in it that blindly believe and support anything and everything they see. And because they hear somebody telling them words, oh, he said, oh my God, I gotta do what he said. Smarter people in this community, like Toys Wonderland, robbed everybody blind because they know there's a bunch of retards in this community. Jazz Inc. knows that there's a bunch of retards in this community, so that's why he tells you all this garbage that idiots in this community swallow. And again, defend. They defend it. The lies, they defend the lies because they're retarded. Remember, I'm toxic. I respect all humans. My language is wrong right now, but I'm toxic because I'm telling you guys the truth. I'm the toxic one. Remember that. Not the liars. No. It's me. Okay? I respect all humans, though. So, William Wang, he knows that there's a bunch of retards in this community. That's why he robbed them blind. Okay? There's a group, I think it's called now, it's changed the name 15 times. The group on Facebook, I think it's called Hot Toys Collectors now. Again, it changes names every few weeks so people don't pick up on it. That guy has robbed a bunch of people in this community. Clearly, he's still making a killing. He's still robbing people blind because people in this community are retarded. So, like I said, people are going to say whatever they need to say to you to take your money. So for anybody to sit here and think that people don't lie in this community, you are retarded. For people to sit here in this community and think that no company is going to lie to you, you are retarded. Okay? So, Nefty, oh my God. All this crap again. How stupid can you be? Exactly. So, okay, here we go. What did he say? There were 43 days left. The goal was 3,000 bat wings. Because remember, he needed 3,000 to make money. That was the lie that I told you back then. It's bullshit. He's trying to make a killing off of retarded idiots in this community. Again, I respect all humans. It has nothing to do with what you do with your money. Is the lies that come out of this person all the time. And I expose it all the time. But I'm toxic. I'm the bad guy here. Because truth hurts tampon wearing retards in this community. Again, I respect all humans. My language is wrong right now, but I respect all humans. So as you can see, 726 backers, 42 days left for him to get to 3,000 pieces. Remember, he needed 3,000 to make money. Okay? The build goal is not 3K anymore. Oh, really, Big Rib? Why is that, though? Oh, look at that. Now we have 993 backers, and the goal is 1,500. But wait a minute, guys. Wait. I thought he had said that he needed 3,000 to make money. So how are we down to half now? So what does this mean? Does this mean he's not making any money? Does this mean he's all free? Is that where we're at right now? He's making free product?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Is that what's happening right now? So Jazz Inc. has become a charity for the community because he's not going to make 3,000 pieces anymore. So the 1,500 pieces that he's all of a sudden down to now are free. He's going to make no money, and it's all going to be charity, I guess. Because remember, he kept saying, guys, please support. Guys, please support. Support the project so I can make some money at 3,000. No. Retards. He wanted to make a killing. Because companies lie to take your money because you're retarded. Just like I told you when that happened, just like I told you a few streams ago, it is common sense. But the retards hate truth. The retards hate fact. Remember, I respect all humans. My language is wrong right now. But people in this community are retarded, and companies know this. That's why people to this day are getting scammed with friends and family, paying Cash App, paying Zelle. No common sense. All you got to tell somebody is, hey, my PayPal doesn't work. Can you send it Cash App, Zelle, whatever? Okay, I'll save $20. Take my $300. What do you mean? This is the community. Remember, guys, I'm the toxic one. It's me. I'm the problem in this community. The only one that speaks the truth about this community is the problem. Not all the toxic ones, not all the liars, not all the scammers, not them. No, never. It's the only one speaking facts all the time. That's how retarded this community is. That's why this retarded community will never hurt my feelings. Like I tell you guys all the time, no retarded person in this community will ever come near hurting my feelings because they're all retarded. I would be retarded if any of them hurt my feelings because they're all retarded. They believe anything and everything they're told by anybody. Retarded. But when I expose it, he's toxic. His language is wrong. He doesn't respect all humans like I do. Retarded. You don't have to like me. You don't have to watch me. I don't care. I will be here streaming for one person, speaking the truth, speaking facts, exposing the bullshit in this community. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care whether you like me or dislike me. I don't care. I'm here for the people who have common sense. I'm here for the people who don't have brain damage. I'm here for the people who appreciate me. As you can see, I have my channel members. Why do I have channel members? Because they know what I'm about. If they didn't care for me, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be channel members. But not everybody in this community is retarded. 99% of this community is retarded. So I will always be here for those people, the people who appreciate the truth, the people who understand the truth. I tell you guys angles that you guys don't even see. I'm here for those people. I'm not here for you talking shit. Oh, that guy's an asshole. Good, I'm an asshole. So what? So this is what I tell you guys. The guy is a liar. He lies all the time about everything because he has to lie to you to take your money, like I told you guys. Toys Wonderland lied to you guys plenty. Hey, here's the tracking. What tracking? That tracking doesn't exist. Just kidding, asshole. You've been scammed, bitch. Justin. Hey, Justin, Toys Wonderland is delete, bitch, you retarded fuck. Guys, I need 3,000 so I can make some money. Just kidding. I'll take 1,500 though. It's all bullshit. Like I tell you guys all the time, nothing this company makes is worth what is being charged. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying don't support it. I'm not saying any of that. Your money is your money. I respect all humans. Open your eyes, retards. Stop swallowing everything that comes out of that company's mouth, retards. Use your brain damaged brain, whatever's left of it, for once, retards. But you get mad at me for speaking the truth and speaking facts. I'm the problem, but you're retarded. You believe everything, but I'm the problem. Nobody in this community will ever hurt my feelings because they're all retarded. That's why you don't like me? Good, don't be here. Who's looking for you? You're clearly retarded. You like being lied to? That's why you're on every other stream? Go ahead. You like your fake positivity of lies? Go ahead, retard. Enjoy it. You're not going to find that here. I tell you guys all the time. I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. Oh, guys, come watch me. Innerd's great, guys. Innerd's really good, guys. I don't give a shit. Get away from me. You're clearly retarded. I don't need you here. They think they're going to hurt my feelings by not showing up here. I am good. I am very happy. You don't want to be here? Nobody needs you here. Very simple. But the people that are here watching are going to hear factual information, true information, information that has always been true, always has proof. Every time I say something, there's always proof. And if I don't have it on stream, it's already on another stream because I repeat a lot of what I say because it's all true. Facts don't change. So when I tell you guys, stop being retarded and believing everything, just for 1 second, just say, hold on, let me process this for a second. Why does he need 3,000 things at $1,500? How much money do you think he's looking to make with 3,000 pieces at over $1,000, at $1,500, $1,200, when everything is already priced to make a profit? Nobody thinks about any of that shit. Oh, well, I gotta buy it. He said so. Now, again, voting for the company of the year. He's already telling people, hey, guys, vote for me for company of the year. What are you talking about? He won last year. Retards in the community. Again, not that it matters anyway. But he uses these fake awards of company of the year voted by idiots and retards to boast to other retards about, look, guys, we're company of the year. So that means you got to buy from me at $3,000 so I can make, a few cents off of you. Retarded. People who vote for that, retarded. People who believe that in any way, shape, or form, retarded. People who think that the community voting for anything means anything, retarded. That company lies and lies and lies. So what are we doing? Are we voting for biggest liar company of the year, or are we voting for the best product company of the year? Because they're not the best product of anything. They don't even make figures. So company of the year for what? What are you talking about? But again, these are the Hot Toys haters. These are the in art lovers. These are the retarded people in the community. And because there's so much of them, it looks like it's a real thing. Oh, look how many people voted. Yeah, they're all retarded, clearly. Because you're voting for a company that lies to you 24/7 and you're swallowing it and boasting about it and defending the bullshit. Retarded. That's why I will never take anything back. I will never apologize for anything because it's all facts. You don't have to like it. I respect all humans. My language is wrong, but it's all facts. Maybe you should gently remove your tampon and grow a pair, and you wouldn't cry about truth and facts. But everybody's so brainwashed to, oh, hate speech. Oh, no, he's saying words. Hate speech. He's so toxic in this community. Hate speech. Retarded. There's no men in this community. Anybody trying to control speech, you're a bitch. You're a woman. You're a ladyboy. You wear tampons. It's disgusting what happens in this community. Again, I tell you guys all the time, you don't see me anywhere in this community because I am good. I don't need nobody's attention. I don't even, you guys see it. I promote all my stuff in my own group. I don't go anywhere else promoting nothing. I promote my stuff on my Instagram, my Reddit, my Facebook, my TikTok. That's it. I don't need to go in people's groups promoting nothing. I don't need you to come. People who want to watch me will come and find the channel from my group. Very simple. I don't need to go, hey, guys, watch my video. You guys know I don't even promote my own videos with you guys here. Oh, guys, go watch my video. I don't care. It is not that serious. You got to go watch it. You guys know there's a channel. I collect. There's figures there to watch. You don't want to watch it? I am good. I'm not looking to be a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. So I don't really care for any of that stuff. So that's why when these retards come at me, all right, retard, go suck on your mother's nipple. Because they're retarded. They are retarded. The brain damage in this, like the literal brain damage in this community is incredible. But again, you guys wouldn't know because you guys don't understand. I'm telling you, the retardation in this community is bigger than you guys would ever imagine. But remember, I'm the toxic one. I'm the problem. Me. The only one telling you the truth about this community is the problem. That's why I'll never stop. Didn't you watch Tropic Thunder? No. Language is wrong. Yo, it's crazy. Thanks, Faz. I'm buying 500. I respect all humans. Yo, it's crazy. It is crazy. Any voting without a panel is just a popular. Yo, it's lame. It's lame. And again, people really believe in this. Oh, remember last year they were company of the year for what? Who the hell knows? But they were voted for that. Who would vote for that? Retards. Retarded people in this community. He said, voted Nefty. Hang in. He said, hang in there, bro. Jokes on you, Fast. I don't swallow. I spit every time. Yo, it's crazy. It is insane. Fabs isn't hateful like that. He is a jazzing buying. He has a jazzing buying friend. Yo, it's crazy. Fabs, Funko is in financial trouble, reporting 1 million loss, 14%. Drops in sales, 1 million leading. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for them. But again, this is why I tell you guys what I tell you. I will never apologize for shit because I know what I'm saying is a fact. You don't have to like truth. And I tell you guys all the time, if you guys don't like truth and factual information, this stream is not for you. You're going to get your feelings hurt every time. If you're looking to come watch fake positivity and fake bullshit, this is not for you. And again, I am okay. I tell you guys all the time, I don't need 100 retards here. Oh, guys, inner. Yeah, inner. No. Bye. You're retarded. Because logically, none of it makes sense anyway. So I'm not going to waste my time with retards kissing up to retards who clearly don't have any common sense. I am good. The people who value my channel, as you can see, are the channel members. The people who value my channel, the things that I have to say, are the ones that are here all the time. My 20-something people, my 30-something people every stream. I am good. I don't need to pander to retards. I am good. You guys can bring on all the hate. Guess what? I've been hated on from day one because of my collection. Years later, here I am. And what? And guess what? Everybody else in the community, while I'm still here, every time. Every time. So it is disgusting. It is disgusting. It is a joke. It is sad. It is pathetic. What happens in this community, what goes on in this community, how people swallow everything in this community. And again, the only person opening your eyes about it is the problem. Imagine that retardation. Fab derangement syndrome is a real thing. Because remember, I don't even know these people exist, but they hate me already. How? That's what I tell you guys. I have fans all over the world that I don't even know exist. I don't know they exist, but they already have some feelings on me. What did I do to them? Speak facts. Have a big collection. Tampons twisted immediately. It ain't my problem. It'll never be my problem. It is crazy. Fast to balance the community out, calling it down the middle, bring things to light, keep up the fight, apologize. Don't. Yeah, no, I will always be myself. I don't need to pander to nobody. I already know what this community is all about. Like I always say, my people will find me. My people will become the channel members. My people will appreciate what I do. My people will always be here. That's all I care about. I am not looking, hey, guys, can you come watch me, please? Inner's good. Inner's good. I will never. It's retarded. But people like that fake positivity bullshit. They like being lied to, and they like their feelings being pandered to because they're a bunch of bitches, retarded bitches at that in this community. It's ridiculous. I don't have time for that. You have grown men in this community acting like women. Grown men over 50 acting like women. Why would anybody want to waste their time on focusing on anybody like that? Not me. So where do they go? Where everybody's retarded because they feel welcome and they feel at home being retarded with the other retards. Humping doorknobs together. Dressing. Yeah. Retarded. That's why I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say because they're all retarded. Retarded. Fast jazzing can stop. Can you imagine? Unbelievable. Yo, it is crazy. It is crazy. They have to kiss their feet to get those early. Yo, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. The YouTubers lie to the retards to benefit from whatever company's sending them early figures so they can make YouTube money off of the retards watching the bullshit. The YouTuber lies to you about that product so they could keep getting more product because they lied to you. They lied to the retards watching about that product for the company's behalf, on the company's behalf. So again, they keep getting benefits from that company while the retards praise the bullshit, praise the lies, swallow everything the YouTubers say. But I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I will be the problem till the day I die. I don't sell my soul for YouTube money, for a video, for no company, for nothing. Only the retards do. Only the retards love being lied to and call it positivity. I'm the toxic one, but they love positivity. Retarded. Totally. He said, I still love you, bro. Even if you have an extra chromosome according to Fabs. Oh my god. That's unbelievable, Defty. So fast. Like, you wouldn't guess, maybe. Oh my god. Yo, it is insane. It is insane. But like I said, I warned you guys. Feelings were going to be hurt tonight, as usual. Remember, I respect all humans, but my language was wrong tonight. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you. Oh wait, let's see. Sean, you got me. Last second, Sean. I become a channel member because I thought you were the next musketeer after the potty mouth I heard tonight. You obviously need your field bats realigned. Thanks, Sean. Nefty. All right, guys. Thank you guys. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the